Hey, Lance. What's up, man? Hey, Alvin, Chucky. All right, Jody got through her show. I thought maybe folks want to hang out a little while. How's everybody been doing? I guess I'm talking. I reckon y'all can hear me. I guess. Somebody say something. Yeah, Friday. Well, tomorrow, football day for me. My wife and I, we'll watch football, I reckon, till time tomorrow night sometime. I made me a I made me a mayonnaise, onion, cheese, and a garden tomato sandwich. Just I was sitting there thinking we got a freeze night full last, and I had already pulled a few tomatoes, and they had turned good and red. When I was sitting there thinking about that tomato, I said, "Man, I need to go eat me a mayonnaise and tomato sandwich." And then I got to thinking, well, I could put some onion and some cheese on it. That's kind of a weird sandwich, but I eat onions and tomato sandwiches all the time. I generally don't put cheese on them, though. Yeah, I saw that 217 and Jello won that thing tonight. Yeah, that was pretty good. All of them caught some fish. Lance, you want to come up here? Chucky, Alvin, anybody? Somebody tell me, am I talking? Can y'all hear me? Or is this thing froze up or something? You can hear me? Okay, Chucky? Hear you? Okay. Well, it's just showing it's three people in here, and it's just showing it's one, and when nobody's saying anything, and I thought maybe I was just sitting here talking to myself. Well, anybody who wants to come up is welcome. Y'all come on. Yeah, I was talking to myself. Yeah. Alvin Troy said that. Well, I didn't. He didn't say it. I just he thinking it that he gonna wreck everybody in that truck show that he got coming up. He got it. He intends to put everybody in the guardrail, I think. Where you going, Lucky? But I hadn't talked to him in several days. Has he been around? I saw his shows, and I sent him a text message, and I called him on that Discord. Okay, well, good luck to you, Lance. Good luck tomorrow, man. I hope you catch some burbot. You can eat the burbots. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to drive with them or not. My game ain't doing right. It's dragging real bad or glitching or whatever they call it. I sent Troy a video of it to see what he thought was wrong, but I hadn't heard back from him. I don't know what's wrong. My computer may be fixing to blow up or something. I wanted to drive with them though, but if it's glitching, it won't be any good. Because when you convoying like that, that always has glitches in it. And if you're glitching just already, then it won't be any good. I won't be able to drive. You can't hold it in the road. Around the curves and stuff, it make you hit the rails and go off the road and run off in the rivers and everything. Crazy. And just started doing it. I don't know what's going on. It wasn't a gradual thing. It just all of a sudden, one day it's messing up. And I think it's part of my computer. Where you gonna fish tomorrow, Lan? Up there in that same place you go? No, he probably gone to sleep. Yeah, right inch. Okay. Well, if I get a break in the football games, I'll come in and give you some luck. I'm a good luck charm for you sometime. Yeah, we got our first frost Wednesday night. Yeah, it would look like a little snow out there when I got up Thursday morning. A little early. Our average frost date is November the 15th through the 21st, but this one's a little bit early. But it's about time. We need some rain though. Golly, we still dry as a bone. Got 3/10 the other day. And we need 4 or 5 inches. We need for it to rain about 2 inches every week from here on to February. And some of that snow up there in Iowa and South Dakota needs to melt too. Get in that Mississippi River. Get that, raise that thing up a little bit. Yeah, that's right. Sure was. Yeah, maybe I'll get a chance. What time are you going in the morning or tomorrow evening? The football game started at 11. Hey, David, we ain't done anything yet, David. I don't know. That's what I was telling them. I don't know if I'm going to be able to participate or not. My game is lagging real bad. Dragging along, the truck going and jumping. 8 a.m. Okay. Yeah, I may catch it before the ball game start, Lance. I got a game at 11 o'clock, and maybe I'll catch some of it. But track meet. You said track meet, not truck. Okay. Yeah, in his division, in Cade's division. Well, first he ran a 16:29, 16 minutes 29 seconds, and some few tenths of seconds. And that finished him he finished seventh. And there was three boys that finished 16:29 something. So it was two for fifth, sixth, seventh. But he finished seventh overall in classification of five schools. And then he finished what is it? 18th. Out of the whole state, he finished 22nd. No, out of all the schools, he finished 18th. He's 18th in the state, in other words. And basically the top 25 runners. Okay, Lance. Okay. The top 25 runners out of the state make what they call the All-Star team, and they run November the 11th in Rogers, Arkansas, against the top 25 out of Oklahoma. And he made that All-Star. He made that All-Star team. So, there was two in the 6A schools. I think he would have finished 11th or 12th in the 6A schools. He would have finished 11th in the 6A schools, and he finished 7th. So that made either 17th or 18th. Oh yeah, and on the 11th he missed in Central Missouri. I guess I don't know if Central Missouri is Central Missouri College or Central Missouri University or University College. I don't know. It's Central Missouri is all I know. He's already visited Northwest Missouri State, and he's gonna visit Central Missouri the 11th. He's gonna visit and then either go run and come visit or go visit and then run. I don't know exactly how he's gonna work all that. But see, he's gonna really improve his time because his times are getting better all the time. He missed all last year with a hip injury. And he missed the track season and the cross country season. He tried to run, but he just couldn't. He ran one or two meets and one or two cross countries, but he just, as soon as he put too much pressure to hip, he was born with a club foot, and they put him in a brace when he was a baby. He wore that brace around for a long time. And his foot straightened out pretty good. I mean, he don't limp or that ain't even noticeable, really. But it made one leg I've forgotten, but it's centimeters or millimeters or something. It's not a whole lot, but one leg shorter than the other. And since the older he got, the worse, I guess, it put pressure on his hip joint. And some orthopedic guy there in Little Rock, or I think it was Little Rock, figured it out, and they put him in a corrective shoe. Well, he did that for a year, and finally his hip, he's fine now. He ran all these races in this year in 3.2 miles. He had no problem with his hip. Now, he was running a fever Thursday when he ran in that race. He was getting a cold. It wasn't a cold, they tested it. But he was running a fever when he ran that race. And he said it was that race was 100 meters longer than 3.2 miles. They got a way to know that, especially at the end of the race, when all them runners get together and look at them watches, them things they wear on their arm, and they all got together and they figured it out. Them boys, they understand, they know that stuff inside and out, and they figured out it was about almost 100 meters longer than the normal race. And then he was sick. I was proud of him. He competed. He ran as hard as he could run. And the way it's laid out over there at Oaklawn, at the dog race track, if you're young enough, you can see them 3 times out on the track, and then you get over there about 150, 200 yards and see the finish line. You got time to do that if you can kind of jog a little bit. Well, I can't do no lot of jogging. And there was a trailer park there where they had some side-by-sides doing something. No, he ain't gonna get an offer from Arkansas. He's not a D1 runner. He's not a D1 runner. And now Central Arkansas offered him. He could go to Central Arkansas. But the Central Arkansas coach talked to him. Oh, this has been several months ago. And their track program is, when they go to finals and this and that and the other, they have to compete against Arkansas and all the major universities because they're a D1 school. And he asked Cade, did he want to just be able to say he went to a D1 school, or did he want and get a T-shirt, or did he want to go to a school that had a real good track program at a smaller school and get to compete where he had a chance to win a national championship or something? He said that's something for you to think about. And you can come to UCA and you can be the best runner you can be. But all you're going to get is a T-shirt in the end. And now this is one of the coaches talking to him, being perfectly frank with him. And that UCA would never have a chance to beat Arkansas or Missouri or some of those, Michigan. Some of them big track schools, they'd never be able to make a name for themselves in Division I, just like in football. So I kind of admire that coach for talking to a young fellow like that and giving him that kind of advice. Pretty good. So they put him on the conference that they thought he would fit best in. And Missouri's got some good small schools that offer big time track and field and cross country. It's all you do it all. If you can run cross country and track, I guess you run a mile or 3,000 meters, whatever it is they run. during track season, but they have indoor track season too. And so that's what he's probably going to do. The Northwest Missouri coach told him they had a slot for him. The smaller school, I guess unless you have a super times already, out of high school, which his times are good, but they're not super good. He gets beat on those two of those boys that beat him. Both of them signed. One of them name is Barriola, and the other one's name is Hardeman. One of them from Russellville, and one of them from Lake Hamilton, I believe. It's either Lakeside or Lake Hamilton. But they both, on the same day, signed with Missouri. So they going to University of Missouri, see. And they had super duper times. They were down in the 15s. Where Cade ran at 16:29, they were down in the low 15s. That's a minute. And they didn't even get a visit from Arkansas. Arkansas was not really recruiting high school kids anymore. I don't know if they ever did, but the Razorbacks go and get runners from others. I guess they got some Tyson chicken money and Walmart money, and they using the NIL as what one of those boys that signed Missouri told me personally. They were running in Little Rock out there at War Memorial. And I know the kid, and he's good friends with Cade, my grandson. They run together in the summertime. One lives in Russellville and the other in Bologna. But they get together every once in a while in the summer and run together. And they text back and forth all the time. They're friends. In fact, let me tell you this. In fact, in that race Thursday, I was out on the course by myself in a spot where I could see them 3 times. Well, this Barriola kid just ran off with the race, and River is his Hardman. The kid from Russellville, his first name is River. And the third time by, and I was there by myself. Well, nobody else around there. River come by me, and I hollered, "River, you better pick it up." I said, "Cade finna catch you." Anyway, you right there by him. I mean, the track ain't but 10 feet wide, and he was right there on my side of the tape, but he got it lined off with that rubber tape, plastic tape. So anyway, after Cade came by, I walked on, started toward the finish line, got up on that trailer. Barriola finished, and then River finished, and then the third place boy finished, and then the fourth place boy finished, and then 5, 6, and 7 was all in the 16:29 something, and they was all right together. And once they finished, I started walking on over there. Well, the coaches and parents and classmates and all that's gathered up there past the finish line when them boys and girls get through running, And I was walking through the crowd trying to find Cade, my grandson, and I run up on River, and he was talking to somebody, and I had talked to him 2 or 3 times before at different cross country meets, and he knew I was Cade's granddad. And I walked up to him, and he looked at me, and he said, "You scared me to death when you said Cade was catching me." He heard me when he came by. He said, "You scared me to death." I noticed Because I noticed when he went on past, and when I said that, he threw his hand up and looked at his watch. You know, I don't know what the hell they look at that watch. They didn't know it tells them what they're doing or something. I don't know. He looked at his watch, and he said, I said, man, I thought to myself, his kid's finna pass me. he must have took a shot or something because he was, he was running fast. The River was getting it because he had somebody to try to catch. A lot of times, the boys that are real good runners, they get out in front and they don't have anything. All they can try to do is catch the side by side that's leading the race up there. But he had something to try to go after because Barriola was up there in front of him getting it, boy. But that's the first time this year is the first time I've gotten to see Barriola run, boy. He can go. And yeah, he can run. But I don't know. I really don't know why. But my daughter-in-law told Kay and I tonight that it's a bunch of those 6A boys and River are not going to the All-Star race. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there unless there's another big race somewhere else that they all going to go as unattached or something. I don't know. But they're not going to run in the All-Star race. So that means it's some of the guys that were even down below Cade, they're going to have to pick him up to fill out the full 25. I don't know why it's not going to run. And they didn't give me a reason. If I made the All-Star team, and especially, well, Barriola and River would not have finished they wouldn't have finished in the top 4. They would have finished. Well, they would have finished in the top 10 in 6A, but 6A, boy, that Bentonville, good gracious. They had, I think it was 6 in the top 10 in the 6A. It was 6 of those boys from Bentonville in the top 10. And the 10th place runner. Well, I'm not sure Barriola and River would have finished in the top 10. I had it all written. I looked at all of it. Boy, the 6A in Arkansas got some runners. And most of them from Bentonville. So, but what I've been doing for the last 2 or 3 days, well, since Thursday, my daughter-in-law gave me a project, is to go and see which one of these colleges up there is developing the boys the best, which one of them's times are dropping the fastest. Kind of hard to do. Man, that's because in high school they run 5,000 meters. Well, the shortest race they run in college is 6,000, and that's a specialty race. I don't really know that much about track and field at college level, but their races are basically 8,000 meters. That's 3,000 more meters. But their race, like next year, Kate will be running 8,000 meters instead of 5,000 meters. So I don't know how I ain't smart enough to figure that out. I don't know how to do it. I just so all I did was go back and all of the runners that are at these colleges that he's looking at. All I did was go back to their high school 5,000, their championship races and their state championships in Missouri and Iowa and Kansas. None in Arkansas. In Nebraska, and go to the state championships and see what the boys ran at the state championship in the 5,000 meters. And I sent all that information to her. And it's up to her to figure out how you. And on that website, there is a one that you can click on that says progression, and I'm assuming that it's showing you the times of these kids, and as they mature and train and get better or whatever, they eat that through the meets. You know, they got their times there, but you got to pay to get that information, and I'm not a paying member of that website. I get the free version, so I guess she probably can look at that and don't have to do any. They can find out how they're progressing once they get to college. But it's amazing to watch them run that 3.2 miles and sprint at the end or whatever. I don't know. I never did have to run 3 miles. I ran a mile and a half with 2 watermelons one night. And didn't drop either one of them. But you know, a scared man will outrun a mad man any day of the week. And I was a scared kid. And I was making a dust crossing fields with them 2 watermelons. That old man had I guess it was a 12 gauge is what it sounded like. It sounded like a cannon. And I don't know if he was actually shooting me or not, but I don't know. It seemed like about 50 shots. But my buddy that wasn't carrying nothing, he dropped his and ran. And he said he shot about 4 times. I thought he shot about 50. Yeah, I don't know if he's shooting up in the air, what he was doing, but he wasn't that close to us anyway. But when that spotlight came on, it was time to go then. Yeah. It was about a mile and a half. It was 80 acres is a half a mile. It was 160 acres long along the road there, and that's a mile and a half. It's a half. 80 is a half, and it was 3/80. It was a mile and a half. That's how we measured it. Shit. And I was getting it, boy. Okay. Thank you for coming by, Dave. I don't guess anybody else wants to come up here or visit or whatever. Everybody got quiet. It's late at night. Yeah. Has anybody seen Troy today? Talk to him? Anybody that's in here? And we already had assault and everything. Hey, Duggar, we already had the salt and everything. We wanted to eat watermelons, and so we had to get it. So I saw Larry when he dropped his, and I said, "Well, I ain't gonna drop these two." Of course, I couldn't catch him and make him carry one of them, so I just kept both of them. We ended up we had plenty of watermelon. Well, I guess a lot of people did that back in when they was younger. I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe I was just a damn thief. I don't know. I know the first time I ever tried to buy a watermelon in the grocery store, well, it wasn't a grocery store, it was one of those produce stands on the side of the road. I had to close my eyes to find the right one. I, I couldn't find, hey, Dallas, I couldn't pick the right one up, but I could thump them at night and find the right one. I had to close my eyes, thump the watermelon. Yeah, he's our other kitten is out, or cat is out running the hallways, and that bothers me. They don't get along, boy. That's a shame too. Have two house cats, and they don't get along at all. And I don't know how to. There ain't nothing I can do about it. They just have to. And that other little cat is just as sweet as she can be. This thing here mean as a rattlesnake. And baby pigs. Oh boy, yes indeed. You better not fool with no baby pig with his mama around. Oh man, no, that's dangerous. Yeah, that's asking for it. You know, Alvin, that's the same way now in the woods with these wild hogs. You know, they taking over down here. I guess a lot of states are getting them. Arkansas and Mississippi, Tennessee. Well, we're overrun with wild hogs. And boy, you better not be. I ain't never done it but once, and I was very lucky. We were very lucky because it was at night. We were coon hunting, and this was years ago, and there wasn't many hogs then. But we were on a big hunting club behind, but on the river, Mississippi River. Got an invite to come up there and coon hunt. A bunch of those guys. It was after deer season, and a bunch of them wanted to go coon hunting. We had some good dogs, so we got the invite. And there was three of us with dogs. We had three dogs, and there was about 7 or 8 folks. And we got it beside a cane thicket. The dogs were running, and we were just following the dogs, the sound, you know. And we were on beside a cane thicket, and big old. I guess y'all know what I'm talking about. A cane thicket. Y'all know what canes are. And all of a sudden, baby pigs started running into those canes, and they was running between us. I mean, them little pigs they wasn't a foot high. They were small. I could have drop kicked them. There he is. But the mama was out in the woods too, and there we were between them babies and that mama, and it was dark, and she was black, and man, she sounded like a damn tank, and the engine and everything. And we, with the three of us that had the dog, we all had rifles. But I couldn't even think to shoot. All I could think to do was get behind a tree. And she come through the bunch of us. Everybody was lucky they got behind a tree. And she went on in the cane break. But I found out right quick then that you don't fool in a wild hog. That's my man there. I'm glad you came up, Troy.
Now, I had to come up here because I was trying to picture you being able to drop kick anything.
Well, I wasn't. I was in my 40s then. I could have.
Now, if you go to drop kick something today,
Oh no,
I
not
want you
break.
to make a shot out of it so I can see how
Oh
it turns
yeah, you need to be on video. We both can retire.
out. Oh my God.
Well, look at him, man.
All right. I know you got questions. I got answers. Go ahead.
Did you see the video I sent you?
I did, but I can't see nothing.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, look at him. My truck. You know when I'm driving down the
yeah.
highway, it, it it just
It
it's like it's dragging, like a motor's quitting, and then it catches it, but it ain't. I mean, it's just dragging. The game is dragging. And
okay.
I went into the graphics and lowered the graphics as low as it can go, and I thought that'd help some. Let me ask you this now, and then I'll listen to you. On your graphics in there, you know, it's got that scale with all that color on it. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, I can't get mine to go completely gray. The one on the end, the least one, the little short orange and red stuff, I can't get it to shut off. Look, I don't know how to get rid of all of it.
So let me tell you two things. Number one, in order for me to really help you, I need to get you on Discord. You still got the Discord?
Yeah, I called you today on Discord.
I know it, and I didn't. I thought I heard something ring, but it only rang like it only like did a half a ring, and then I realized it.
Oh no, I let it ring for 10, 20 times.
Yeah, it didn't ring that long on my end. And I generally listen, I got that thing on, but I generally don't pay a whole lot of attention to it.
Okay.
So if you need me, for sure call me. But what I need to do is I need to get you on Discord. Where I can see your camera. Now I know what you're talking about now. It's like it's dragging, it's like it's the video's dragging.
That's exactly right. And it'll completely stop now, Troy, for 20, 30 seconds sometimes.
Okay.
The motor's still running, everything.
So
but it ain't moving.
We could try to go in and adjust the settings, but I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you the hard truth is that the more that game comes along,
yeah,
and the more updates and more improvements they do to it, the harder it is on older computers.
I got you.
And you probably, I don't know what kind of graphic cards you're running. You probably need a better graphic card. That's probably what it is.
What does that cost?
They're not all that expensive, really. They're probably $150.
What'd I do? I mean, I don't.
Well, so let me just go and explain this to you in a manner you can understand. You could go out and put $150 or $175 graphic card in the computer.
Can I do it myself?
Wait just a minute now.
Okay.
But you still gonna have an old computer.
Yeah.
Now, if you know where to look, you could go buy a gaming computer for $300 because Ernie bought him a good one for $300. So it doesn't make sense to go put $175 into a graphics card for a computer that in 3 years is going to be outdated anyway.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So your best bet is to go buy you. I think Ernie paid $275 or something for his.
Was it a new?
Oh yeah, it's a whole new computer.
Well, see, where would I put it? That's my problem. I ain't got nowhere to put it.
You got what do you got? A laptop?
No, I got a PC, a big, sitting here on a desk.
Okay, you got a desktop.
Yeah.
Well, trade that one in.
Oh, this computer ain't. This is Windows XP. I'm a Dell computer. I mean, it works perfect. Other than it won't run that game.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Why would you want two computers?
Well, cause I don't know.
I could do any. I could. You could do anything with that new gaming computer that you could do with that computer and better.
Yeah.
As far as internet and StreamYard and YouTube and in fact, it's gonna come with new stuff on it you could make videos with it. I have one computer that's mine in the house.
Yeah.
You don't really need two computers because you're not gonna use the old one no way. Because I'm gonna tell you, once you get the new computer, you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm using this, not that.
What? How in the world is it get a new computer for $200 something?
Well, they got it at Walmart's and they watched for them. That's how. They're there. You just got to watch for them. Now, the thing to do is ask Ernie how you found it. I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't pay that for mine. I paid $1,200 for mine, but I game all the time.
Yeah.
So I bought overkill.
I don't know. I just we got the what do you call it, high speed internet through the cable system.
Steve, I really don't think it's your internet. Now listen, you can get online and run a free test. But how long you had that computer?
Oh, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, I guess. Maybe 5 years, I guess. Maybe I don't know.
There's a difference between an office PC and a gaming PC, and the difference is the memory and the graphics card. Because for everyday home use, you don't need all that.
Yeah.
But when you're running these games that's improving all the time, I mean, that's just like my computer. In 4 or 5 years, I'll have to buy a new computer. But I game all the time. You don't game like I do.
No.
So, but I'm almost sure that's what it is. But the thing to do, there's a place, you Google it, you run a speed test on your computer, and then on that trucking page, it's got the information on how fast your internet needs to be.
How do you run a speed test? You know?
Yeah, you go to the website and you push the button that says start the test.
What website is that?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'll look it up tomorrow while I'm watching the ball games, and I'll send it to you.
Can I Google it and find it?
Yeah, free internet speed test is what you Google.
Free?
There's several sites that do it.
But you said that ain't my problem.
I don't think it is. Now I could be wrong.
I don't think it's the internet.
I don't think it is either, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you first got the game, it played beautifully.
Yeah,
and they've done several updates since then, and they're adding new stuff to it all the time.
Okay, I can't go in there to Steam to the game and go back to a previous version.
No,
won't let me do that.
No, because that's a nightmare.
Okay,
that's a nightmare. And listen, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, you're better off just to spend a little bit more money and get a. If you're really interested in playing some games, that's what you're better off doing that. Really.
Well, I ain't necessarily interested in playing no more games than this one.
Well,
than the
yeah,
one
you say that now, but then they come out with something you really want to play, and then you're like, well, I mean, let's say they come out with a catfishing game tomorrow. You ain't gonna want to play that?
No.
Oh yeah, you will. You watch that tournament. You watch that tournament tomorrow night between me and Stan. You be wanting to play that fishing game.
Oh no, I don't. You know, they don't none of that interests me. The only other game I would even consider thinking about buying was that crash, that Demolition Derby thing you did that
Well,
time.
see, okay, that's my point. There's another game that you got a little interest in. Now next month they love to build a total new game that Steve Adams just gonna love, and then you'll have a new computer to do it on.
Well, now on that laptop in there that my wife got,
Okay.
she started 10 years ago with a Smurf Village. And she got a Smurf Village that it covers the whole, I would say it covers the whole state of Mississippi if it was in Mississippi. That's how much stuff. And she don't have no trouble doing it on her laptop.
You got to realize that trucking game, when you're driving down the road, there's a lot of graphics coming at you with a truck moving.
Yeah.
And that's what's pulling it. You could probably play a different game and not have any problem at all.
I got you.
But it's pulling a lot of graphics. A lot of graphics.
Well, back to the graphics card.
Okay.
Where is it located?
I don't know, because I'm going to just be honest with you. My damn hands just wouldn't let me put one in, so I never tried it.
What does it do? Stick
way my hands are crippled up, I couldn't do it anyway, so I never worried with it. I took it in and had it done.
Okay, does it plug in, or do you know?
See, that's something you need to ask Stan, because Stan knows.
Yeah,
because he put one in his.
Okay, a new graphics card, a bigger graphics.
He put one in his, but like I said, my hands won't let me do anything like that, so I don't even mess with it.
But see, I ain't got a tower.
Oh, what do you got?
The computer built into this screen, as far as I know.
See, I don't know nothing about that.
It's built into this.
Yeah.
Now, there's two boxes behind it.
I'm sort of like Jody is with the boat. I don't know anything about how to work on it internally. I just get in it, drive it, and if it breaks down, I take it to somebody to fix it.
Well, I'd have to find somebody that could tell me what.
Well, there's a computer shop there, I know, somewhere.
I don't know. I guess it is.
But Steve, they gonna tell you the same thing I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
They're gonna Mr. Adams, you need a new computer for that. That's what they're gonna tell you. And like I said, you can buy for what you're gonna pay for a good graphics card. You could almost buy. I mean, Ernie bought that system. He is, for I think it was somewhere around $269, $300. I mean, that's ridiculous low. I mean, it's a good thing I wasn't eating when he told me that. I might have choked.
Yeah.
But because he called me about it and he said, "Hey, I can get this computer for like less than $300." And I'm thinking, okay, where's it coming from? China?
Right.
Well, he sent it to me and I looked it up and I looked at the capabilities of it and I'm like, well, this is going to be just fine. Where you finding that for $300? Did you go steal it?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
But he got a deal at Walmart's and ordered it. And I got on there and looked. Sure enough, and he, it was a good deal and he got it. And
well, I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it or if I'll just park that truck, because I don't know. I just don't feel like I feel like it's the graphics card.
Well, it probably is the graphics card. Now we'll get in there and try to adjust the graphics, but do the internet test first. But and I'm sure it is the graphics card. But what I'm trying to tell you is you'd be better off just buying another system, a better system, because you'd end up ahead with a little bit more money. You're gonna spend $150, $175 on a graphics card.
It's Hog Leg. Hey, Hog. Hey, Hog Leg.
Hello, y'all.
I mean, you got to think of it like, let me put you in an old farmer's analogy. Would you rather spend $150 on a broke down mule or buy a $300 new mule?
Yeah, oh, I understand. I'm just sitting there thinking of everything involved in a new computer code. We got tons of stuff on this computer that we've always had somebody walk us through changing it over, on the telephone.
Well, that can all be transferred.
When we changed computers, the Dell folks helped us, save all that stuff.
Steve.
Yeah.
What kind of computer do you have now?
A Dell?
Is it an all-in-one?
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, it didn't have a
monitor. Is the monitor and the brains all hooked together in the same package?
I think so. It's two little boxes behind it. I think that might be the modem back there. But the computer's in the screen right here, as far as I know.
Okay. Well, the video card just plugs into the motherboard.
That's one of them little boxes back there?
No, it's inside the computer.
Yeah.
Where you unscrew some stuff?
Well, you just got to. If it's an all-in-one, I don't think you'll be able to upgrade the graphics card.
Really?
Yeah.
And if you go to dig it around there and hit the wrong thing, you're fixing to fry it.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah. I know because me and Melissa used to refurbish computers.
Yeah.
And I would build them, and she would put the programs on them. Yeah, because we used to buy old school computers.
Right.
And refurbish them, and we'd take them out there to the flea market and sell them.
Hogleg, didn't you put a card in yours not too long ago?
I've got one in it, but it isn't big enough to play that hunting game.
But didn't you buy one?
Yeah, I bought one.
What'd you pay for it? You remember?
I bought it used, and it was like $150.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. Ernie bought him one for less than a whole computer for less than $300.
Yeah.
Now he had to buy a monitor, but for it. But that's what I was telling Steve. You're gonna spend $150. I think if I'm right, I think Stan told me he spent $175 on his card.
Yeah.
So they're not cheap.
But the one that will fit my computer now, you can't find the used one, and a new one is like $258.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh Lord.
And I can play the trucking game fine, but that hunting game that y'all Call of the Wild or whatever it is, I got it, and it doesn't work on there.
Just not quite strong enough.
No.
Yeah.
And
but you don't per se have a gaming computer. That's what I was telling him.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So
I've got a computer with an i7 in it processor, and I've got 16 gigs of memory and all that, but my video card just needs to be upgraded. And see, I got a low profile PC, and I got to buy a special card for that.
Well, Hogleg, what's these two boxes in the back of this one? Is one of them the modem that's plugged into it back there?
Might be your internet modem. Does your wife have another computer in the other room?
You know, she uses the Wi-Fi.
Okay, well, you got a Wi-Fi.
There's a Wi-Fi right there, and it's plugged into a box right here. It's got a bunch of lights on the front of it. That's the modem.
That's the modem.
But it's two boxes behind this thing that's all plugged in. And I don't know what they are.
Well, if that internet is hardwired, I can tell you it ain't your internet.
No,
It's
ain't
gonna be
that
the
ain't your
car.
internet because that.
Well, it's hardwired. I mean,
Can you physically move your monitor by itself?
yeah.
Okay, then that's not all in one. Give me the numbers on that Dell that you got.
Where will I find them?
On the back.
It should be on right there on the front, possibly.
Yeah, there it is, right there. It's a Intel Core 17.
Okay,
Intel Core 17.
i7.
What?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Intel Core 17.
It's an i7.
That's i7. That ain't 17.
Yeah, that's an i7.
I got you.
That's what my computer has, and that's the Intel's latest processor. But you see it, Dell,
DELL.
and what is it?
What do you mean now? What is it?
What is the numbers when you see the word Dell? Does it have any numbers out there beside Dell?
No. It must be on the back.
Let me see. Does it have a name?
No. It don't have no name.
Ask him, does he see the word inspiring or
Do you
precision?
see the word inspiring
Inspiring
or
precision.
precision?
I don't see no words on it now. I'm going to tell y'all. It just said Dell right in the middle on the bottom. And it's got a little stick over here which says Intel. And there's a word up under it that says, what does that little bitty word say? Inside. Under Core 17, it says inside.
Inside, yeah, that's an i7.
And let me see, what is it? It's got a remote control laptop. Keyboard.
Yeah, it's Bluetooth.
And I don't see no writing on the back of it either.
It won't be on your monitor. It'll be on that box that your monitor's sitting on.
Monitor. I ain't got a box. I ain't got a tower.
No. If you can pick your monitor up,
I can pick it up. It's on a base.
okay, what's your monitor sitting on?
Sitting on a little stand, hooked to it.
Okay. Where's the box that you see with Intel?
That's on the front of the computer right down here. Right down here on the right.
Okay, then that's what I'm talking about. Look on the back of it. See if you see any words.
No, it's on the computer itself. It's on this screen.
Hey, Steve Locke.
Huh?
Steve Locke said hello.
Hey, Steve.
Can you let's see.
That see the let me hold it up. See it? See the little sticker down here to wait. See the little sticker right? Let me find it.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
It's in the barely in the picture now, the little square.
Yeah. Now what does them two boxes look like behind it?
All right. One of them says USB 2.0.
Okay, that's your USB.
And one of them is damn. See, I don't know what this one is. It's got all kind of electrical talk on it.
Okay, let's look and see if Dell made it all in one.
Here's that box that's on the back of it right here.
Okay. Yeah, that's your USB extensions.
Got one little light on the front.
I see what you got right here. Yeah, it's all in one. So you're not gonna be able to upgrade it. The video card in it.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was all in one. I thought I remembered that computer was right here in front of me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You know, y'all, when we doing those things, y'all talking about it's those are glitches when the trucks fly and the cars turn around in front of you and all that.
Yeah.
See, that ain't what mine's doing. Mine's not doing all that. Mine's just dragging, like the tape's dragging, just like Troy said.
Yeah.
It's been doing it the whole time.
It just started the last 3 times I've driven. Just all of a sudden started doing it.
All right.
The first time I did it, Troy said restart. Well, I restarted and it worked good for, I'd say 100 miles, and then it started doing it again. I restarted it, and it did fine for a while, and then started it again.
Well, let me ask you, what all do you have on that computer? If you don't mind me asking. Game, and do you have any business working on there, or
No, not. I don't do no business work on it.
Is that what you think it is? All in one.
Yeah.
It has a 1 terabyte NVIDIA. It should have a big enough video card.
What is it?
1 terabyte?
12 generation i7, 10 core up to 4.7 CPU.
That's a big computer.
Well, that don't necessarily mean that the video card is. Of course, now it's got to have big enough video card to even run the trucking game.
That's a big video card. What this one is.
Yeah, Melissa found it. What you
Yeah.
got?
Does it say what kind of video card it's got in it?
No, it didn't.
Well, I saw all that on. I was looking in my internals the other day, and I saw all of that on the site in here, inside it, on my computer or whatever you call it.
Steve, it could be that it just needs to be. It could be something going out in it needs to be worked on.
Well, either that's what I was getting to. Either that or you got so much clutter on that computer that you need to clean it up.
Defrag it?
No, don't
No.
defrag it. No, just go through your files and anything you don't use, send it to the trash, and then empty your trash bin.
Well, I sent thousands of things to the trash bin.
Did you empty the trash bin?
I don't think I did.
Okay. Here's what I want you to do before you start doing surgery.
All right, I'm writing this down now, so make it clear.
Tomorrow, I want you to empty that trash bin, and then I want you to restart that computer and try it again. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you've got that many files in that trash bin,
Yeah.
that's going to cause a problem.
Well, I didn't necessarily put file. I put, I tell you what I did put in there. I put, there's thousands of pictures in there.
All right. You need to empty your recycle bin.
But I also put, Google, what's that search engine for Google, what is it?
Chrome.
Google Chrome in there. I mean, when I took it out, I uninstalled Google Chrome,
Well, what do you use?
Microsoft Edge, or whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of the guys that does the game modding that I watch all the time, that I use his videos to mod my police game. He's big on keeping that recycle bin empty. Because what happens is it starts cluttering that recycle bin, and it will make that computer bog down.
Yeah.
So you need to go in there tomorrow and delete that, empty that recycle bin. It ain't hard to do. It's on the desktop.
Oh, I know it.
And empty that joker. And then I want you to restart that computer and try it. Because that you started having this problem a couple of days ago when you took all that stuff off that computer.
No, I had started having the trouble, and so I went in there and put a bunch of more stuff in the trash bin.
Okay.
A bunch of more stuff.
You need to empty that. You need to keep that trash bin empty.
All right.
Empty that out, restart the computer, and then try it.
I'll do it before I go to bed, probably.
But you didn't put any of the Microsoft
No.
in there, right?
If I didn't know what it was, I didn't put it in there.
Okay.
I had Dixie, the song Dixie.
Yeah.
I had it on saved. I put it in there. I put a bunch of different pictures that I'd sent Brian B. Making fun of Chunky. I put it in there. I put quite a bit of stuff in there. This might be his video. I don't know. I can go in. I can have all that written down tomorrow.
May not be his video until. All right, you see that right there? What Melissa just wrote?
Looks like this might be his video. Yeah. I can find all that. I know where to look for it if I search around a little bit.
Okay, can you find it right now?
I have to minimize y'all. If y'all
You're right.
Minimize us. We all right.
Yeah.
Me and Hog Leg, we know how to act.
all right, well, I'll minimize y'all and I'll go look for it, okay?
All right. Okay.
Can y'all see chat?
Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah.
make sure if anybody's here, it's 12 folks in there, so.
Well, we'll be watching for 'em.
All right.
And I'll read the chat if anybody says anything.
Hog
Okay.
Leg's pretty good about reading the chat. He's got a show, so do I.
But y'all both can go to hell.
Oh man.
Oh Lord. Ah,
Hey, we got the grandkids over here this weekend. Guess what I got out there on the smoker? I got a doggone pork loin and a Boston butt. We'll make a sliced barbecue out of the pork loin.
yeah.
Pulled
Now, wait a minute.
barbecue out of the,
Wait a minute now.
yeah.
You must have found the Boston butt on sale because I heard you on the Boar's Nest complaining the other day it's too high.
Yeah. Yep. I did. I got both of them on there. We're gonna make pulled pork out of the Boston butt and sliced barbecue out of the loin. You talking about? It's been out there now for 10 hours.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Gonna be good.
I ain't having no luck finding this.
Oh,
No luck at all. And I had it all yesterday. It's a Dell V310 V5 110 series.
Yep, that's what Melissa found.
I see that now on here.
well, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I had to get on that server tonight for that police game.
How's that going?
I got I gotta tell you, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you flat out, all hell broke loose tonight. It was rough.
Oh man.
We had 911 call coming in after 911 call. They run up down the road shooting and fighting.
Oh man.
I couldn't keep up. I just started training, and I'm like for that thing, and I'm like, oh my God, look at all these calls. I had like 4 calls going at one time.
Hey, Melissa says if you can find your control panel,
I got it.
okay, it'll tell you everything about your computer system.
All right. And then where do I need to look in? I got control panel open. Hardware and sound. Is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah. Hardware.
Okay. Now, what do y'all need to know about?
Just start reading off stuff there that's in there.
All right. Devices and printers. Autoplay. Sound. Power options. Windows Mobility Center. Pen and touch. Tablet PC settings. Intel Rapid Storage Technology. And Dell Audio.
No, that ain't.
Now under hardware and sound, up yonder it says programs, user accounts, appearance and personality, clock and region, ease of access, network and internet,
No.
system and security.
System and security. Click on that.
Okay, it says under that it says security and maintenance. Review your computer status and resolve issues. The Windows firewall system. View amount of RAM, processor speed.
Yeah, that's it right there. System.
Click on that.
Yeah.
All right. I hope I don't blow this damn thing up. Messing with y'all. Okay, here it is.
Yep.
Inspir. It's a Inspiron 24, 54, 59. The processor, Intel Core i7 6700T CPU.
Yeah.
What else you need to know? Any more of that?
What is the CPU?
6700T
6700T.
at 2.80 gigahertz, I guess that is.
Gigabytes.
Gigabytes to 2.81 gigabytes.
Okay. It should have a 1 terabyte hard drive in it.
Well, it's got an installed RAM is 12 gigabytes.
How much is used?
How did I find that? I had to go back somewhere.
Let's do it.
I'd have to go back and look at that.
It should have your, let's see, Dell All-in-One i7.
64-bit operating system. 64 x64 based processor. Over here it says
Inspiring All-in-One work with people. DDR4 memory. You can bridge through tags like multiple.
this computer ain't but 3 years old. It's, December of
You still
2020.
got that screen up there again?
I'm still looking at it.
What's the processor in that machine?
All right, let me come back up here and find where it says processor.
It's an i7 Intel. It's the top of the line.
Okay.
Intel.
How many gigahertz it got?
2.80.
And you got 12 of RAM,
Yeah.
but it doesn't say anything about
That processor, I got an i7 processor, and mine is clocked at 3.80, I think.
Mine's 2.8.
Yeah.
See, mine is only an i5.
Right.
And I got 290 gigahertz. I don't have those problems. So I'm thinking it's got to either be the video card or he's got something going wrong with the computer. Because that computer ought to be fast enough to run that game. Now his RAM is low. He got 12 of RAM. I've got 16 of RAM.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking it's got to be the video card, or it's got to be something. Maybe the motherboard is going out.
I don't. Let's see. Okay, how can I make my Dell All-in-One faster? Yeah, it says to fix Dell laptop All-in-One. It says 1, disconnect all external devices and restart. Check for malware and virus. Do you have virus protection on there?
Yeah.
Okay. Optimize Windows. Start up, clean up hard drive. Defragment the hard drive. Upgrade the RAM. Upgrade the system to a faster SSD. Man. 4 and 5 would be my suggestion. Clean up the hard drive. And if cleaning the
Garbage can.
Yeah, the garbage can out don't work. Let's see. Restart your computer, upgrade, uninstall unnecessary programs, delete temporary files, delete big files you don't need, close out tabs, disable auto launching program. All right, now how many programs do you have running at once?
I ain't never been able to figure out how to find that out.
The
I don't know how to know that.
like when you doing the trucking game,
Yeah.
what else is running? What else are you doing on your computer while you playing the trucking game?
As far as I know, nothing.
Okay, you just go to the trucking game and don't open nothing else.
I open Steam and I
Okay.
open the trucking game through Steam. And I got an icon on the desktop that I can open the trucking game from the desktop, but I quit doing that. I go through Steam.
Oh yeah, Melissa. Clean up your internet properties will
Oh
speed
yeah.
up. That's what you might need to do.
All right. Well, what are y'all talking about? Clean up my internet property.
Okay.
Every time you click on a website, it's stored on that computer.
Yeah, it's storing cookies on your computer.
Uh-huh.
All right, Melissa, tell him how to clean up his internet properties. Oh man. Let's see.
Can I get off of this screen here now?
Yeah, get out of that right now. All right, let's see.
Free up disk space, defrag, create format, schedule tasks, view event logs, manage folders, manage storage spaces. Save back, change.
Go back to control panel.
Okay. I'm
All
back.
right. Click on internet properties.
Somebody's gonna have to tell me where that is. I don't see it.
You can't find it.
Where is that under? What's it under? I guess networking internet.
Yeah. Melissa says if you can't find it, go to the bottom and type in internet properties.
Hold on, just let me read this. Manage browser add-ons.
No.
Delete browsing history and cookies.
Yeah.
Delete browsing history and cookies.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. What you say now?
Yes.
All right, and then under the browsing history, it says delete temporary files, history, cookies, saved passwords, and web form information.
Does it have a check mark at each one of them?
No, it says, well, let me look at settings right there. See what
it should have check marks. Little boxes with checks in them.
View objects. Let me look at this. No, that ain't it. View files.
No, don't.
That ain't it. Damn. Move folder. That ain't it.
No.
History. That ain't it. Caches and databases. And that ain't it. No, Hog, that ain't on this. Let's see, security, privacy, content, connections, programs, and advanced.
Okay, well, that you named off some things a while ago.
Yeah, delete temporary files.
Yeah.
They don't have no check marks by them. It says delete or settings, and you delete them or look at the settings. It's delete temporary. This is my browsing history.
Yeah. I want you to delete your browsing history.
Well, it's going to delete history. It's going to delete cookies. It's going to delete saved passwords.
Do you know all your passwords?
I got them all written down.
Okay, delete that.
And save web form information. What is that?
Delete all that.
Now it came up with some check marks. Preserve favorites website data. Temporary files. Copies of web pages, images, and media that are saved for faster viewing. This is where the check marks are.
Okay. What about the saved passwords?
Passwords is down at the bottom. Save passwords that are automatically filled in when you sign in, and it ain't no check mark on there.
Okay, check.
Don't check.
No. What are they checked already?
3 of them are checked and 3 of them are not.
What's the 3 that's checked?
Temporary internet files,
Okay.
cookies, and,
Yeah.
and history.
Yeah. Now just click
Delete
delete.
Delete them 3.
Yeah.
All right, it's doing it. Let's delete it. They deleted. Y'all still there?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so I've done that now. So I can click out of that.
Yep.
All right, click out of the control panel
Yep.
and go to the garbage can.
Yep. Go to the garbage can and empty that.
Well, it's gonna take a while to load it. Good God, my damn, look at him.
Uh-huh.
I'm still clicking. I'm still running 100 at a time up to him. Golly, I'm all the way back to 2019.
Hello, Skywalker.
I ain't to the bottom of this yet.
Hello, Sisquanistan.
There's some 2014 stuff in here. All right. Boy, I wonder what all I'm fixing to delete here.
Just click on that doggone garbage can and delete.
Man, it's a many a thing in there. All that whole time I was talking, I was trying to get to the bottom. It's 1,454 items.
Oh man.
Is that a lot?
Just click on the garbage can and empty it.
Empty recycle bin.
Yep, empty recycle bin.
Are you sure you want to permanently delete all these items?
Yes.
All right, it's 30% complete.
All right.
40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. It's all empty.
All right. Now,
Now,
if you want to, you can go ahead and restart your computer, and me and Troy will be here still. Just come back to your StreamYard.
All right, so restart it.
Yeah, restart the computer.
Okay, I'm fixing. Let me get it up. All right, I'm fixing to restart it.
Okay.
Bye.
See you later.
$1,400 files.
Yeah,
No wonder he started a brush fire on that thing.
I know it.
Golly.
And I ain't no telling what kind
I bet you
Stuff
he
he
ain't
had
deleted
in
no
there.
files on that trash bin since he bought that thing.
of.
Golly. That's probably what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Phew.
My God.
I wonder why he
As Melissa likes me to hear me say, golly.
golly.
Wow.
She says, Lord help Coach come back, please.
What a mess. Oh, Lord.
Dadgum. Golly. Doggone it. Yeah, I hope we didn't have any important files in there. Oh, man.
Me and Stan gonna be ready to go tomorrow.
Oh, heck yeah. Y'all about to have a 6-hour marathon like the old days.
Not me.
Squire Stan says, Troy, you ready to lose?
Yeah, he been talking. He been chirping all week.
Yep.
We're gonna see tomorrow night.
Let's see.
It don't bother me to lose, but you sure gonna have to earn it, and I'm gonna make you work for it. Lord have mercy.
Let's see. This is the video card that I need for my computer, I think. It's a Gigabyte GeForce GTX 1650 D6 low profile 4 GB graphic card, 128-bit GDDR6, and it's $239.
You special, all right, Stan. That's all I got to say for you. You special. You are absolutely correct about that. I think it's gonna be close, Stan. He fishes all right. He fishes a lot better than he drives, I can tell you that. I don't think it's gonna be no blowout. I think it'd be a tight race.
Yeah.
It's all in about being stay away from 50, get a 60 or a 70. I don't know what that means. Oh, he's talking to you.
Stan, does that sound about right? Let's see.
You know, Stan used to work on computers too.
Is a 1650 enough to run the hunting game?
So while I got you here, Hog Leg,
He said stay away from 50, you get a 60 or 70. Oh man.
While I got you here, Hog Leg, while we got a minute. So on the death race, I got on there the other day, and I got on there with Stan. I figured out that you can't share it but one screen at a time on StreamYard.
That's what I was thinking.
So, but I got a workaround. So what we're gonna have to do, this is what we're gonna have to do, because I've already tested it. What we're gonna have to do is you guys are gonna have to go and get on StreamYard and do an unlisted live. That way it doesn't broadcast on your channel.
Right.
And then that way it won't mess your algorithms up neither, because you ain't gonna be going live. And you're gonna have to send me the link, and then I'm gonna have to open a browser window and share your screen on my page, on my OBS. You follow me? So you're gonna have a grid of screens up there instead of. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're going to have to do it. I've already tested it. It works. So I'll just get the link. Y'all do an unlisted live. You'll send me the link, and I'll just put you on the screen on my end. That's the way we're going to have to do it, because I didn't realize at StreamYard you couldn't share it with one screen at a time.
Yeah, that's all I've ever been able to.
Right. And I didn't realize that, but I do have a workaround. And that's the way Stan and I'll be doing a tournament tomorrow night, is that he's going to do an unlisted live, and I'll have a split screen on my OBS, me on the left, him on the right, where everybody will be able to see each of our screens. And they'll be able to hear us too.
Right.
Now, you won't be able to hear his game, but if we had 5 trucks running on the same screen, there'd be so much echoing and noise going on, but you'll be able to hear our voices. So it's going to work out, because I've already tested it. I had to go in the other night and test it. We got to get Coach's computer working. That way he can join us.
Yeah, because that
it ain't going to work.
No, if Coach can't do it, I don't want to do it.
I understand that. John's show was good this morning. I watched it for about an hour and a half, and then I switched over. Look at here.
I made it.
Look what the cat drug in.
All right. Did your computer seem to run faster?
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, it seemed like it did, but without the cookies being in there.
Yeah, you got to
establish new cookies. See.
Yeah, you got to establish. Yeah, that's right.
New routes instead of walking the same path. I had to cut a path to get back. It seemed like it was though. I don't know.
That bear, listen, you had 1,400 files in there.
1,500.
Godly amount of files.
Had 1,547.
It's wonder that didn't start a brush fire in there.
Might have. I don't know. It may be reading that Hogleg been talking about that fan running back there. Yeah, we'll see.
Get on that trucking game tomorrow and see if that didn't solve your problem.
I started it over right there before I come back in here.
Now I want to get on there. I'm going to get on that Discord with you and figure out why you can't see out of the right side. We got to fix that.
Well, I just can't turn it when I turn my head to the right. All I can see is black. Now at daytime it ain't bad. The mirror's in the way is what it is on that truck.
Well, we need to move the mirror. We could move the mirror.
Well, I may take it off, but then
I'll help you. I'll get you on the same screen where I can see what you're doing. It's easier to do it that way because
see, I really don't need them side mirrors because I use them computer mirrors.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the ones mirrors that's on the windshield?
I'm talking about the mirrors that's over on the doors, you know.
Oh, yeah, okay. You use those, but you don't use the other ones.
I use the ones that you can toggle.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, you may have to reposition your seat. I'll help you figure it out. We'll get it figured out.
See, I like sitting up close. I used to sit way back, and it didn't bother me so bad. I mean, I still couldn't see out the right side, but
I'll be done paddling stand tomorrow about 9 o'clock. Then
well, I got
next week.
tomorrow's football day now.
Well, that's all right. Next week we'll get on there. And I'll help you with it. Get you on the Discord. I got the paddle stand tomorrow night right quick.
But the only time I get run over at the intersection is when I turn to the right or I turn to the left and can't see until the last minute that there's a car coming.
What do you say on a TV or a monitor? You on a monitor or a TV?
I'm on a monitor.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's jet. That's that jet taking off back there in the back end there, whatever that's on.
Yeah, the fan.
Trying to cool itself down after all that deleting you just did.
It ain't been doing that, see.
Yeah. Yeah. That might be one reason too. If that fan hasn't been coming on like that, like it used to,
Yeah.
your computer may have been getting too hot.
But I think that fan's in one of them little boxes back there.
Could be.
Could be.
I can't never. I tried to find out before. I can't.
I hooked up. I got like a little bitty compared to my 32-inch TV I had up here. I got like a 20-inch, 21 maybe inch computer monitor.
Yeah.
And I hooked it up just to get through this game. I wish I had a 27-inch monitor itself.
Well, you know, I bought one for $127 at Walmart.
There you
I
go.
got the curved monitor.
Let me go through here right quick. Hey, Stan.
So, Hogleg, before I go, I'm going to go to bed here in a minute, but I want to know what's the deal. What with all them boys up on your show of morning bad mouthing your football team?
They ain't done nothing. I'll tell you what, them sports writers, that's the worst thing they could have done is move Georgia to number 2.
Yep, that's crazy.
Especially before we have
I don't understand how in the world that that Georgia ain't lost a game in 24 games, and they gonna drop them in the polls.
Go figure. It's like, oh, Steve.
Yeah.
I told you that we were gonna take the Gators out last weekend.
Yeah, they got 2 more. They got another tough one this weekend.
Yeah.
And another, I hope it's a tough one the weekend after that.
2 weekends.
They can afford to lose the game. In fact, they probably need to lose the game.
No. I don't want to lose no game.
Well, you don't want to, but it's probably time for them to lose one and get their minds back right.
I know Mississippi ain't gonna whoop us.
Well, they probably won't, but they probably won't. But I tell you that Ole Miss got a hell of offense now.
Yeah. Well, Georgia got the best defense in the nation right now.
Oh yeah, they got the best team.
But the defense is what's been holding it together for Georgia.
I don't know. They got it. That's the reason they got to make them play the game instead of just writing a WOL.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a good game tomorrow with LSU and Alabama too.
Oh yeah. Oh, all in one time for an upgrade. Coach don't want to get off that wallet though, Stan.
Do what now?
Even some
Nah,
Squanny
he
Stan said time for an upgrade.
No, I ain't gonna buy no more. I parked that truck before I buy another computer.
he ain't gonna get off that wallet. That wallet's so thick now. When he sits down, he sits sideways.
I don't. It's so thick I can't even carry it. I leave it at
Well,
home.
that's a shame. You ought to spend a little bit of that money. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with
Oh
the world.
man.
And every time I go to Arkansas, I go in a restaurant, sit down and eat, and I order a Bloody Mary or whatever I order. They want my ID, and somebody else at the table has to buy it for me.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Then they think it, and they fussing me. You need to bring your wallet in here. Well, and I said, hell, why are you buying a drink?
I went on that cruise ship. And I went down there to Galveston. That ride, boy, that long ride's tough on me. I got down there Monday when I got up Monday morning. I felt like an elephant stepped on me. I sore all over. And I got on that boat Monday morning, and I was hurt still. And about 4 o'clock of the evening, I sent my brother in there to go get me a whiskey and a Coke. And he come back. Of course, he knew I was hurting. He come back. He handed me that. He said, "Here, drink this. This fix you up." Good night, Irene. He done went in there and got me a double. I drank that thing. I was ready to get up out of this wheelchair and dance a jig. Oh my God, that was the strongest whiskey and Coke I've drank in years. How are you trying to
Hey,
kill me?
Jay. Yeah, I don't know. You know, Stan's talking to y'all. Talking about it's 3 years old. I need another computer, and they ain't good at doing videos. Well, you know, I wasn't doing all that stuff till last February. All I played was Hearts and Spades.
And we ruined you, didn't we?
Well, you know, I enjoy it. So what the hell?
That's right.
And mine don't even have a tower stand. And that whatever I got, that's what it's gonna have to be on, or it won't be. I'll do something else. I'll go back to playing spades and hearts. You know, you used to. Now I'm a damn good card player now. My stepdaddy he could read cards. I hated to play, man. You play one round of rummy, and the man sitting next to him wasn't gonna get no cards. He's gonna sit there and count up about 100 points every game. He knew. I mean, hell, but he gambled for a living.
Right.
But and I played, you know, from the time I was 6 years old. The first thing he did was teach me how to play gin rummy. I ain't never come close to beating him. But I'm a good card player. Not the best, but I'm a good card player. And my little sister loved to play cards. And about 15 years ago, she called me one night and said, have you ever played cards on the internet? And I said, no, what the hell, what can I play on there? I just hadn't had a computer a few months. And she said, there's clubs on there. You can play hearts, you can play spades, you can play rook, you can play this, you can play that. And I love to play hearts, man. So she told me how to do it, and she said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, you just join a game. If it's a seat in the game, you join. You know, you play 4, and you join the game. And the computer, whoever runs the program or whatever, will, after a period of so many hands or so many games that you play, they'll start seeding you with players of your caliber. Okay."
Right.
So I didn't know how it was going to be, so I started off on the bottom. Well, it was goofballs. They didn't know nothing, and it didn't take me long. I was at the next. Well, I jumped to second level. I think it was 5 levels. I jumped to the 3rd level, and I noticed that some of them players would drop out of the game. You know, and I said, "Well, and she said, yeah." I said, "Some of them do. If they start getting beat too bad, they'll drop out of the game." I said, "Well, I'll be damned." And you sit there, if it's one of them drops out, everybody sits there. Somebody joins the game. You can't invite nobody. You just sit there. And so it wasn't long. I was in the top division. Maybe might have been 2 weeks. And in the top division, you talking about folks quitting on you. I'd be sitting there by myself. They just drop out because it hurt their standings if they. And so I quit playing, and I don't play nothing now, but I play against a computer. The same way with spades. I said, well, maybe spades would be better. And no, it ain't no damn better. They were dropping out right and left, and I said, well, this ain't no fun. So I found a website and I've been playing it. It ain't no telling hundreds of thousands of games of spades and hearts on the computer. This is my 3rd computer, and I've transferred that game over. I lost the number of games I played, but I can save the website, when they read it. And it ain't no telling. I'd be scared to say how many, but that's the only games I ever played on the computer. I never played none of them other games till I bought this truck driving thing. So, and those games are computer generated, so they don't take up no speed or space or nothing. I don't think.
Yeah. Well, it ain't got many graphics to it.
No, it ain't no graphics. Just the cards flopping out there, in front of you, especially when you just play in a computer. But no, if something happens, if this don't fix it,
Terry, come in.
It's irritating to drive that truck and it don't want to work. You running 75 or 80 and it takes 2 minutes to get around a big sweeping curve.
Yeah, I hooked this monitor up, and I played the game for the first time since April, getting ready. And I don't remember. I can't remember how to do anything on there. But I know I had my truck running 102.
Yeah, Lord. Well, look, while we talk about that, if I can do it, or even if I can't do it, 50 miles ain't gonna be enough, Troy.
50 miles ain't gonna be enough for what?
For the crash and you talking about doing.
Okay, tell me why.
Well, the main thing, everybody gonna be spread out because you ain't gonna know who's what. Stan's gonna be out of the game. It'll just be us 3 and maybe Ernie. Stan be gone the first 200 miles.
Okay.
First bus he throws off the cliff, he's gonna tow his truck out. And you said it wasn't no fixing it and getting back in the game.
Huh?
Yeah, once you tie up, you out. That's what Troy been saying now. I'm just going by what he's been saying.
Well, now wait a minute now. Oh Lord. Okay, so I was looking at something. Let me get up here where I can see y'all. All right, so 50 miles not going to be enough. So you saying we need to make it 100 miles?
I'd say 150.
150 miles from the house.
But
From the shed, we need to start wrecking each other.
how you gonna know where 150 miles is?
Well,
Everybody.
so, huh?
I just wondered how you gonna tell where 150 miles is.
Because your GPS will tell you how close you are to the final destination, right?
Okay, well, what if I'm on 150 and you on 120?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, now wait a minute now.
And we ain't on the same highway. I may be coming into the town from a different direction.
We only talking about wrecking your opponent if you're within 150 miles per se. Now, if I'm 120 miles and you're 150 miles, I ain't gonna turn around and drive 30 miles to wreck you, am I?
No, but what I'm saying is, who's gonna be the determining factor on this 150 miles?
Yeah.
What?
When your GPS says you're within 150 miles of the final stop, then you're allowed to start running people off the road. That don't necessarily mean you have to, but you're allowed to.
Well, I know 50 miles ain't enough if you want folks to get wrecked. Now, if you ain't wanting folks to get wrecked, leave it at 50.
Well, yeah, but what I didn't want, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. What I didn't want is I didn't want us to all get this thing going and Stan wreck the hell out of all of us in the first 5 minutes to be over with. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
I got you.
Yeah. So I set a barrier there where you couldn't just immediately start wiping everybody out. You know, I wanted to have a little bit of a race for the chat before we get into killing each other.
Well, leave it at 50 miles.
Yeah.
I said leave it at 50. That was your original thought, but 50 miles is no time on that. Is no time on that game. That's what I'm getting.
That's just a thought. I have not made no concrete rules on nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to all be discussed about all of us. It's going to be in it. We're going to decide that together. Now, I ain't going to be dictating it. I'm just saying that I think that's an idea we should use. Now, whether it's 50 or 175 or 150, we'll decide that as a group. Everything's going to be decided as a group. I ain't going to be dictating.
Well, if we want it to be the further you move it out from the finish line, the more of a crash derby it's going to be. So
right,
it just depends on what you want. If you want a crash derby or you want a real race.
So we're gonna all put our heads together and take a consensus vote on what it's gonna be, and the majority is gonna rule. I'm not gonna make the rules and decide. I want y'all to be involved in that. I ain't trying to be the Ayatollah Khomeini. I just want to set a basis where we got a chance to race without everybody getting wrecked.
All right. Well, let me just throw this out there. What if I'm riding along and at 800 miles out and somebody wrecks me and I'm totaled? Am I out of the race?
Somebody being
you, Stan, Ernie, Hogleg, don't make no difference.
If somebody wrecks you outside of the wreck barrier, then no. But if you wreck yourself, or you run over an AI driver,
I got it,
a non-competitor, or you flying up down the road at 100 miles an hour and you roll your truck and it's your own fault, you out.
All right, now who's going to be the final decision on whether somebody wrecked me?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be obvious because you're going to be on the screen and everybody's going to be able to see what happened.
Okay.
So when you were gone, I had to tell Hogleg this, and you heard me talking about this the other day a little bit. StreamYard only lets you share one screen at a time.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do, I've already tested it. Stan and I already got on tested it. What we're gonna do is you guys are gonna do an unlisted live. Now, when you set up your live, all you gotta do is just click unlisted
That's
instead
on
of
that's on
on
StreamYard.
on StreamYard, and
Do
you'll
you
go.
do you still share it to YouTube?
No, it'll be unlisted, but you'll be live, but it'll be unlisted. It's like a private room, and
Okay.
then you will Facebook me the link. And when you send me the link, I will open the browser up on my window up there. I'll have 4 browsers open, and I will share your screen. And it's going to look like this is what it's going to look like. What
Yeah.
we're on right now, a
Yeah.
grid.
I got you.
And everybody's screen and what they're seeing in their trucks is going to be on the screen.
I
I had to
got you.
get on there and test it because
And the more we got, the smaller it's gonna be.
the more you got, the smaller it's going to be.
Are
And
you gonna,
I got other people that want to try to get into it. Small water wants to get into it, but I don't think I got enough screen coverage. I don't make it so small everybody can't see.
I don't know. What you gonna have somebody up reading chat?
I'll have to. I'm gonna have Buck Williams tomorrow night.
Yeah.
He gonna read for the tournament tomorrow night, and I'm sure that I could get Buck and J Dog wants to read. J Dog don't have Discord. I got to get him on Discord because, see, the problem is with with using the stream client is it echoes. Discord has a program called Crisp in it that cuts down on all that echoing.
And I don't have to. Do I have to have Chris?
It's already on there.
You're
It's
gonna
in
tell
the
us how to
Discord.
get to it.
In fact, you could set Discord because I have to do this when I do the police servers on duty nights. You can set Discord where it doesn't activate on your voice. You have to push a button to talk.
Okay.
So, and it has I could sit here and watch TV with the TV turned down at a low volume and be talking on Discord, and the guys can't ever hear me. They hear the TV. They hear me, but they can't hear the TV.
I got you.
Because Chris cuts that out.
But you're gonna show us how to do all that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's built in. You ain't got to.
Do nothing.
Yeah, you ain't got to do nothing.
But it ain't gonna be. It's not gonna be hard. It's not gonna be hard if you figure it out. It's simple. The work's on me. I got the one to put the Korean grid up.
Right. You got to do all of it.
Yeah. But
I would figure you could have up 6 windows and it'd be big enough to see, wouldn't it?
I think so. I think I can have 5 for sure without a problem.
Well, let me ask you this, just for a question.
Okay.
Can you set up a screen, say with 5 drivers, and the person that you got hired to read chat don't take up one of them screens? Is that
That's
possible?
right.
Is that possible?
That's right. Because they won't be actually talking through StreamYard. They're gonna be on Discord.
So they don't have to have a window.
No, it'll go through my desktop audio.
Well,
And
see, that's an option. That's
Yeah. So that's why I want to use
You
this.
probably already thought of that. Though.
Sure did.
You smarter than I am.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
I
I
would.
wouldn't say that.
When it comes to this right here, you know what? You so look. I got more help tonight than I've been able, and I don't know whether I helped it or not, but I did more tonight than I've been able to figure out on Google.
Well, now Hogleg and Melissa did 90% of that. I just was kind of along for the ride.
In 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Because I'd have been all over Google. I done read so much, I had to put my glasses on. And I said, man, I didn't understand none of the terminology. I just didn't none of it make sense, you know. And I don't want to know nothing about them. There's people trying to make a living working on computers. So I don't need to try to take food out of their mouth. But hey, Jody, good show tonight, Jody. Too bad you finished in 4th place.
There you go. Just turn off damage.
No. If he turns off damage, we won't make it 18 miles from the start.
No, you sure won't. Good
Oh,
Lord.
it'd be like Charles. Charles that night, me and you and him was,
Yeah.
and he had traffic turned off. You remember that?
Yeah.
He was passing only one lane roads and hills. And I said, man, how the hell he gonna tear this damn truck off the face?
Oh, man.
He said, I got traffic turned off. Y'all come on.
Wow. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, man. No, I don't know. I thought about doing one. Yeah, but I don't know. You got to be honest, and I don't know if you had the police turned on,
Yeah.
and the damage turned on, and it ain't no race. In fact, people could start at different times, just 10-minute, 20-minute intervals or 5-minute intervals, and go to haul a load and see who makes the most money.
Well, I think when you get a citation, it automatically deducts from your payment.
Well, if it
So
automatically,
whoever makes the most money would be the winner.
I don't know.
And that's a great idea. I think we ought to do that.
Other night I asked y'all if you ever driven with the police thing turned on, and Hog Leg said it was irritating or something.
Yeah.
That's the reason I was asking. I don't know how a ticket works. So, if you run a red light and get a ticket,
Well, it's only irritating if you don't obey the law.
Yeah, but
Yeah. If you can't run over, so
You can't speed.
no, you can't speed at
But
all.
that's just like I used to tell people all the time, when they get mad at me when I was working for the real police and I give them a ticket, they get mad at me because I was writing them a ticket. I said, I didn't give you a ticket.
you earned it.
gave yourself a ticket with your behavior.
Well, that's where I used to them kids to say, "You gonna fail me, Coach Allen?"
You
No,
failed yourself.
you failed yourself.
That's right. You knew when you was driving that fast that you was doing wrong. So why are you gonna get mad at me because I wrote you a ticket? Well, you didn't give me a warning. Well, why would I give you a warning when you're an adult and you knew better? You didn't have an emergency. You just wanted to get there in a hurry.
Would you look at this? I'm just looking over here. Pontoon Jody came in, and she helloed everybody in here but me. I guess that first howdy she said, that must have been.
That's rough. Oh my God.
I thought at first it's because I said she finished fourth, but
oh my God.
She ain't howdy. I tell you that girl.
Oh, 217.
Oh, Lord.
217 and Jello won it, man. Hey, 217.
So while I got Jody in here, I want to give a little credit. I've been to her and thank her for letting me help her with that project she put together. It was quite interesting. Jody, I've got some other people that I got an email on that wanted to be on that thing. I need to talk to you about that tomorrow.
Well, you're going to have a full day if you attend to everything you said you're going to attend to.
Yeah. I know.
I got y'all don't have any idea. I've been busy as a bee since I got, and then I started this server thing. And I got to tell you, I told my wife tonight. I said I may have outdid myself this time.
Yeah, if you sound like real life, I want to get on and be a crook.
I don't need no more problems than what I already got. I don't move fast enough for them guys. That's my problem.
Well, you might not all be trying to get no squad car job.
Well,
If you don't drive that squad car on this new game, nobody than you did on that old game, you'll get run over if they
well,
have.
I'm gonna have to prove my driving skills. But I'm gonna tell you when that doggone 911 center tonight was going on, I had 4 calls holding. And I was trying to get them calls out there, and they's running up and down the road and stopping cars and shooting and fighting, and they're doing that over here. And I got all these calls. I'm thinking I'm about ready to pull my hair out. I thought, the hell, this is too stressful.
I can't imagine how that.
Oh my God. I told my wife, I said, I don't know what in the world I was thinking. I retired to get away from that mess, and I've been doggone if I hadn't created me a nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Them guys over there, they take that thing extremely serious. So everything has got to be. I mean, they got reports to fill out at the end of the night.
I'll be dog. That's like the real deal, then.
It really is.
Well, are some of the people in the game the crooks?
They're real people.
So some people are not policemen. Some people are citizens.
Crooks. Yeah.
And they join the game to be a crook.
Yeah.
Or what if they have a shootout and one of them gets killed?
Then they get killed.
Can they come back tomorrow and do it again?
They got several. Some of those people have several characters they play.
I got you.
A bunch. We have cops that get shot.
All right.
Get out.
Well, so he can't be a cop for a while because he's recuperating? Is that how it works?
Usually if somebody dies, they're leaving the server because they're getting out of it.
I got you. Is Jello in here? He won that thing tonight. Jello and 217.
But tomorrow night's tournament.
Jello, good job tonight, man.
Tomorrow night's tournament with Stan's going to be a lot less stressful, thank God.
Oh, Stan won't be no trouble.
I don't know. He's been playing hard.
Yeah, but if he fishes any sort of way like he drives, he won't last long. He'll be
You know what I'm worried about, don't you, though? I'm not really worried about Stan. I'm worried about Angelina back there telling him where to fish.
No. Well, you better watch out.
That might be a problem.
You better watch out. You be pulling one of them lures out of that bald head, yo.
No.
You better look at some videos on how to remove hooks, because I wouldn't get in the same yard with him, much less the same boat.
He said I showed Troy my good spot. You've been telling that all week long. You ought to stop telling that old fib. He's down the lake 200 yards from where I fishing, and I catch a 10-pounder, and he ain't give up on that yet. I fished his spot, he said.
See you, Jody.
He been crying about that a week. Go to bed, be quiet. Stop whining so much.
Yeah, you're going to break the trolling motor, cut a motor off the back of the boat, hit a tree. Man, Lord have mercy.
He's a mess. I'm fixing to tell you.
I think y'all probably ought to get 2 boats. Yeah, it ain't too late to say we're going to go in 2 boats, is it?
Huh?
It ain't too late to say we're gonna go in 2 boats, is it?
You talking about for the tournament tomorrow night?
Yeah.
I ain't letting him get in the boat with me. Are you crazy?
I thought y'all was in the same boat.
No, I ain't gonna put him on a good fish. I wouldn't put him on a good fish if he's holding the gun to my head.
I misunderstood then. I wouldn't even get on the same lake with him unless it was some 50 miles long. You know he ain't gonna, in this trucking deal, you know he ain't gonna be able to drive no 700-800 miles without wrecking that for
He
somebody.
thinks he's slick. He calls me on the phone or calls me on the Facebook video and says, "Hey, let's go get in the boat and fish." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I'll go get you a boat and I'll get me one." He's like, "No, let's get in the same boat." I said, "Why? So I can take you to my good spot?"
Yeah.
Ain't that smart?
Yes. Look, he's already got fish on the stringer somewhere.
He
You
probably
better.
does.
All he gonna do is go around and pick up fish off string.
Yeah, he probably does.
Well, look here. I got to go out here and check on my butt, and I'll be right back.
Check on your butt.
Yep.
What's wrong with your butt?
That's my Boston butt.
Oh. Oh, I didn't know you were cooking. Oh, smoke.
Hog leg. You ought not be born on Steve Adams Live talking about playing with your butt. Now, I'm fixing to tell you that's.
I didn't. He wasn't here a while ago when I was telling you about it, right? I got a Boston butt out there. It's been on there for 11 hours now.
Well, good God. What have you got, a 500?
No, 225.
Oh, you got electric smoker?
I got a pellet smoker,
Yeah.
and I got a Boston butt and a tenderloin. I mean a tenderloin out there. I'm gonna make sliced barbecue out of the tenderloin and make pulled barbecue out of the butt.
Well, if
You
it
got
ain't
me
cooked,
one
if it's been on there 11 hours, it's liable not be nothing but a little old black thing about that big around.
No.
He
Oh,
found
man.
one on sale. What he done?
225 for 11 hours is hell, he smoke a whole hog down there.
Yep.
He's on the board's nest about 2 weeks ago complaining about how high they was, and now he's got him one. I said it must have been on sale. He said, "Yeah."
There you go. I'm right.
11 hours, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. I have let them go 15, 16 hours.
Mm. Boy, it's back in 83, 84. I had a Mr. Smoker when they came out. I used to do a lot of cooking. And so one Thanksgiving, I told Kay, I said, let me smoke us a turkey. She said, all right. So I got the thing and I got me some mesquite and all that. I love mesquite. That's what I like to cook with.
Right.
And I stayed up all night smoking that damn turkey. I put a thermometer. That thing came without a thermometer, the one I had, and I put a thermometer on it. And I stayed up all night cooking that thermometer and sticking that meat thermometer in that meat every couple of 2 or 3 hours. And I don't know, about 4 o'clock in the morning, it got ready. And I took it out and rolled it up in tinfoil. Took a shower, tried to get all that stink off of me. And I picked up all my beer cans and showered and went to bed. So that Thanksgiving Day, and all the boys were home at that time, and man, that turkey was good. That man smoker that got all over it. It was in good shape. And we oohed and ahhing over it. And late that afternoon, we was watching a football game. I don't remember who was playing, but anyway, our neighbor down the street stopped by the house. Her and her son that played with my youngest son at the time, and she said, "Ooh, I smell smoke." And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "I smoked a turkey last night." And she said, "Oh, I hadn't had smoked turkey in years and years, so it was on in the refrigerator. So I cut her a slice of that turkey, and man, she loved it. So I don't know how this worked out, but the next Thanksgiving, I started smoking turkey at dinner time the day before Thanksgiving. Wednesday. So it was ready and I could go to bed.
Right.
And it got ready about, I don't know, 8 o'clock maybe that night, 8:30, 9 o'clock. And she just happened to stop by at that time of night. Yeah, I believe she smelled the smoke.
Uh-huh.
And she says, I smell smoke. And being the guy that I am, I said, well, Kathy, did you buy turkey for Thanksgiving? And she said, I did. I said, well, you see that sitting over there in that tinfoil? I said, if you want to take that turkey home, but bring me yours down here. Really? I said, yeah. I said, because her husband didn't cook nothing. I mean, she did all the cooking. He didn't even have a grill, matter of fact. So it took her 10 minutes to get down there and back, I guess. And she brought me her turkey, and so I had to doctor it all up. And so I started smoking a damn turkey about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Wednesday night, and I was up all night again for the damn turkey.
Wow.
But I gave her turkey away. When she left, Kay said, you lost your mind. I said, well, I said, she likes it, and you don't mind cooking for somebody that likes it, but I believe she had it planned. I really think she had that planned for a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
But she got that turkey. And there I was up all night again tonight, again that Thanksgiving. But that's the last time I've done it. I quit doing it. The hell with it. But there's several places here in town that, see, I don't like turkey.
I don't read it.
I like ham, I like ham. That's what I really love, ham. And I get one of them smoked hams. Get somebody here in town that does it. But I've smoked a couple of hams, but that's a lot of work, man. God,
Yep. Well, hey, Steve, let me run check that
okay.
bud out there. And when Troy leaves, you wanna try that game out for about an
Oh, you
hour.
fixing to leave?
No, I'm gonna go check that bud
I
out.
know, but Troy, you fixing to go?
Yeah, I think go to bed about 10 minutes. I'm gonna wait till Hog gets back.
All right.
Well, when he leaves, why don't I go see how that truck game works right quick? Well, and then both of y'all will be here. Oh, Troy, go.
He go.
He hit the wrong button. He did
the wrong button.
He did the same thing the other night.
No, what I was gonna say is, you want a convoy?
No, because I ain't gonna be here much longer.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead and check that out. I'll be here.
Okay.
I'll be here when you get back.
All
It's too late for me. Can't you tell I done got woozy?
Yeah. All right. I'll be right back.
Okay. Troy, I like it without you. I may not put that link up.
There you
go. Wait a minute. Oh shit. Invite. I forgot. It's a new link now.
Yeah. No, you just had to recopy it.
I got it. There it are, Troy. I still got the prerogative of letting him up here tonight. There he is.
I hit the wrong doggone button.
Again.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I was thinking I might run that game right quick and see if it works while
Well,
you.
honey.
Okay, well, you take care of it for. Hog will be back in a minute.
All right, let's go ahead and run it.
Okay.
I'll talk about you while you gone.
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh Lord.
Damn,
Closed the wrong browser messing around there.
where's my game now? Library? Yeah. I played 1,200 hours.
Okay.
I just saw that.
1,200 hours.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, let me ask you this. All right, the one that came up here says play American Truck Simulator, launch DirectX, launch
Okay.
Which one of them I ought to be using? Just play American Trucker?
Yeah.
Okay. It don't make no difference then.
It shouldn't.
Okay. It said something about safe mode too. And we're gonna see if that helped then. You know that sound, don't you?
Sure do. Sure do. Oh my goodness.
Do you ever stop and take pictures on them places that you take pictures from?
All time.
Do you really? What are they? Real pretty pictures?
Yeah, I use them. I use them for. Sometimes I'll take them use them for thumbnails.
Oh, so they are actual pictures of the spot.
Yeah.
It ain't digital like these others.
Right.
I'm gonna have to stop and look at one of them one of these days.
I stop sometime and take pictures of the river while I'm on live.
Oh hell! Come on. I don't know what that's about. And I still got a long way to drive on this trip. And it ain't but a $75,000 job. I'm gonna just run it just a little bit. Ain't gonna take long.
All right. I ain't no hurry.
Let's go.
Ooh, let me get back off the road. So far, so good. We're gonna see. Running perfect, George.
Imagine that.
We're gonna see how long it lasts. Well, I say it's running good at it. Ever had. It's running good enough to play. I don't think it runs as good as yours does. No, started to hang.
Steady back.
Hanging a little bit.
Running good?
It's hanging a little bit here and there, but I think it's better. Let me know when Hog Leg gets back.
All right. You'll hear him.
I'm gonna drive it.
He's got his video turned down low, Stan.
Talking to me.
I was talking to Stan. He said, turn your video down. But we've already done that.
Turn my video down. Oh, he's talking about the graphic.
Yeah, he's talking about turning the graphic down.
Well, see, I can't get it all the way down. It leaves it one, and I thought I had it all gray at one point. That bar, that graph, I thought I had it all gray. I'm not sure how to get it all gray. I know I got the pixels or whatever it is as low as it'll go.
Yeah.
Seems like it may be running a little better though, Troy.
I'm sure it does. You got 1,000 files off of there.
Well, it's hung now. That's running again. You know, it gets to where it was getting where it got irritating. It was running so bad. A little bit of it I can stand.
Oh yeah. How's it doing?
Well, it's still dragging a little bit, but not. I don't think it's as bad. I done passed a bunch of cars in the curve and ain't wrecked.
All right, I'm off to bed.
All right, see you, Troy.
Y'all got it. I see you.
Night, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank Hog Leg. They done it.
Now, thank all of us.
I long for the ride. All right, Hog Leg. Enjoy your butt.
All right.
I will see you. Bye.
I believe it's better.
I hope so.
Well, I mean, it's as good as it ever was, I think. You know, if it happened if it happened kind of gradual, then it had to get to a point where I really noticed it. I don't
Yeah.
know. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't think it's doing as bad as it was. It ain't just stopped completely yet.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell it. Well, it ain't. It shouldn't be that. I'm running 82. Shouldn't be
No.
that hard to tell.
No.
But I get on. If I get on the white line in the middle, that's how I can really tell it. But I got too much traffic in right this minute. If I get straddle that white line, I'm gonna run over something if I don't do something different.
Yeah. That's Stan said there was several updates and they will hang you if you're playing while it's downloading. Yeah, that's true too.
What's that now?
Updates. There were several of them. And the update will hang you up too while they're downloading.
Well, I don't know if they are now. I got one when I restarted the computer,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it's been downloaded by now.
Yeah.
That's a wreck looking for a place to happen right now. I believe it's bud. Right. I'm getting to pull this thing over right
All right. So you can deal with that, huh?
But if it stays like that, I'm fine. If it stays that way. See what happens. All right, now where are y'all? Right there? Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. It's, yeah. Hey, Stan, on you talking about that graph, that gray graph, it gets bigger at the top. Is that the video you talking about?
Yeah.
Can you turn it? Can you get to the point where there's no color on that graph, or is it always going to stay at the very bottom? That it's going to be orange. It's going to be painted on that graph. Seemed to me like I had that graph where it was solid gray and there wasn't no paint on it at one time. And I kept going up and it would make it drag about it worse. And so I cut it back down, but I can't get it completely cut off. Where it ain't no, you know that graph, you know what I'm talking about, it's small and gets wide at the top.
Yeah.
I can't get all the color off of it. Can't you get all the color off of it?
I don't know.
I got the pixels or whatever it is. I got it at the lowest setting, 1,740 or something. It's under graphics on that game.
There you go. Let me pull the game up.
Hog Leg is playing American Truck Simulator.
Yeah, I'm opening it up.
I don't know. It seemed like it was doing better, but I'll find out sometime tomorrow, I reckon. I'm trying to get to $300 million. Now I'm gonna buy every garage on the game.
There you go.
And put one truck in every one of them.
There you go. I think
I told you,
got ahead of myself.
I sold over 200 trailers.
Yeah.
Them trailers don't make you no money. They might if you do some kind of contract hauling, but I ain't done none of that. Whatever it is I'm doing, them trailers, you don't need all them trailers. You're just spending money. I don't have nearly the deadheads now that I did have.
I got mine set at medium. My graphic.
Your color, your paint on there.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's see.
see, that was the first thing I did was lower my graphics. That's what Google told me to do, or Windows told me to do. Somebody somewhere told me to do it.
I can't. No, you got to. There'll always be the first orange.
Okay, all right. Well, what numbers are you running?
Resolution 30. Well, my monitor's sitting on 1360 78.
See, I'm running 1,000 something, and you see 1,000, the smallest number.
Let's see.
You got a slide. It's got a slide away on the right.
Well, no, that's just that's what your monitor is set up. See, mine don't even go down to 1,000. Mine's 1360 by 768.
Okay. You ain't got a choice, or
No, I got a choice, but it
Yeah.
goes up higher. It goes up to 16,900.
yeah, mine goes up there, but it also goes down to 1,000 and something.
See, mine don't go down. What?
Okay.
Hang on.
I would think that was in the game. It's got a slide rule. A slide, you can slide them numbers. I would think that was built into the game.
I can't slide it up no further. Yeah, you'd think so, but heck, I can't. That's where it stops, 1360.
Okay. Well, I'm already lower than that. Whatever that is.
The lower the number, the bigger the picture.
I also got all them billboards cut off. Yeah, I did a bunch of that. Well, not a bunch, but some things in the game itself. But I really thought that at some point I had all that bar graph gray all the way. I don't know. Maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting it as low as it'll go, you could go on and do something and get that color off of that bar graph.
No, mine still had that last orange. Well, the first orange one.
Yeah. Down in the corner down there.
Yeah.
Down at the bottom of the graph.
Yeah.
Well, I started, I put mine as far up there as you could get, and way back yonder. And that thing dragging. I said, well, let me go change it. And I lowered it to the medium. And I ran it like that. Well, all that convoying that we was doing, that's where I had it.
Yeah.
But then when this problem came up, I read up and it said lower your graphics, and so I did. And I don't know. I guess I'll leave it down there. It don't make no difference because I don't look at nothing but the road nowhere. And so far it hadn't hurt my eye. But I don't know. We'll see. I sure would like to join that thing. I wish we did it once, 2 or 3 times a week.
I told Troy that if you can't do it, I ain't gonna do it.
I don't know why. The only reason I can't do it is because my game ain't working. And if my game ain't working, I'll probably be through driving anyway. Because I could spend the money and buy another computer, but I don't go through all that trouble. Shit. That's too much like work.
Yeah.
No more than for one game, Yeah, that thing back there running now. I left Steam open in case it was any update. But I reckon it's done. I reckon. You ain't got a show this morning, do you?
No.
But you up and wide awake, ain't you?
Heck yeah.
Well, there's still 10 folks in here. There ain't nobody talking. Except Stan and Melissa a little bit.
Yeah. I got
You gonna fall off the bed, stupid. He's getting around your way. He can swing at me now. Can you hear him?
Uh-huh.
He wants to swat at me, but he can't get in position. That cat. I give him, I got a squeeze tube with the medicine I give him for hairballs. And I got him a big box of treats. And they sit on the kitchen, on the coffee table in there in front of the couch where I watch TV.
Uh-huh.
And I'll rattle that bottle. And he'll come running, and I'll hold that tube in front of his face. And he'll bag up. Tell you walk backwards, do that moonwalk backwards, turn around and run back where he comes from. A few minutes, I'll shake that bottle again. He'll come running in there again. And I'll hold the tube up and the bottle, those treats. And if I say treat, he'll come on over to me. But if I don't say anything,
Wow.
and his stuff is tuna, and he loves tuna. But he don't like them treats. I mean, he don't like that stuff. So I have to make him, I have to hold his mouth and, stick it in his mouth and everything. Because I think I messed up when I started him. They said put it on their paw and they'll lick it off their paw.
Yeah.
So I put it on his paw and he did this and threw it up and stuck on the damn back of a chair over there. And then he did lick his paw, but heck, the big chunk of medicine was up there stuck on the chair.
Oh man. Wow.
Now this gel-like stuff. It's like toothpaste.
Yeah.
It's got mineral oil in it, and it's got tuna flavor.
Yeah.
And then I rubbed it on his face, and that irritated the fire out of him, having to lick, and rub, and all that. Took him 2 hours to keep himself clean.
Right. Right.
So I said, I ain't gonna do that to this cat. I'll just hold him and put it in his mouth. And Lord, hey Francis,
Hello, Francis.
and you talking about a damn war. He's gotten better at taking it, but man, he still got to hold it. It used to take two of us. I'd have to hold him and Kate put it in his mouth. But that other cat don't ever get a hair ball. Stan's playing now. He just cranked his truck up.
Yeah.
But he gets them, man. I don't know why I brush him 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Trying to keep getting them hairballs, but it don't do no good.
Yeah. No. He gonna get them anyway.
Yeah, some cats just get them.
Yeah.
And he grooms himself all the time.
All the time. Yeah. That's what I was fishing to say.
I had a coon dog that was like that.
I guess he grooms yourself all the time, and you just answer my question.
Yeah. I had a coon dog one time. You talking about the stylish dog. He's the best dog I ever owned. But if I hunted him in the mud, and he got muddy, he even had to go across a field or something. When he finally made a tree, and we put him on a leash and put him back on, away from the bottom of the tree while we were looking for the coon.
Yeah.
By the time we found the coon, shot the coon, had the coon in the bag, that dog looked like he just come out of a bathtub. He sat over there, he'd get over there on that leash and rub and clean and rub, run around and around the tree, pushing, getting that mud off his front shoulders.
Yep.
That boy used to hunt with, his name was John. John would say, look over at your dog. Your little dog be sitting over there, standing over there barking, and Muddy all looked like a tramp, Bugle be over there cleaning himself off. He couldn't stand it. Yeah, man, he was stylish. That dog would hunt 7 nights a week, and he hunted all night long. But when you put that leash on him and dropped it on the ground, you just didn't have to use no compass. Just follow him. He'd go straight to that truck. It didn't make no difference how far you were from it. They got a sense of direction or whatever you want to call it. Instinct, I guess.
Yeah, instinct.
John say, drop that leash on that compass and let's go home.
Oh man.
And really, for a long time, I just walk off and just had a habit of walking with a compass, watching it and going in the right direction. And it finally dawned on me that hell, Bugle, he was in front out there walking. And I was holding the leash, and he was out there and had the leash tight. I mean, he knew where he was going.
He knew where his home was.
Yeah, he knew it was time to go home. And it didn't make no difference if you hunted 2 hours or 10 hours. You drop that leash, he's gone. He's headed to the truck. And he just walking, he wasn't running and nothing. He just followed.
Taking his time.
Yeah. In fact, I had to modify my leash. I didn't have a store-bought leash. I made my leash. Because he chewed them nylon leashes up. He chewed them in two. I ain't never figured that out. So I had my leash was made out of a chain. And it had a loop with a piece of rubber hose on the end of it for a handle, and a hook where I hooked that handle.
Yeah.
Or around a tree. I could just unhook it and hook it around a tree, when the tree could.
Yeah.
And when I was leading him or whatever, I had a handle. It wasn't just a hole in the, strap. It was a handle.
Right.
With a rubber hose on it. And so I had to drop it. I had to unhook it and undo the handle because the handle catch limbs and things. And it didn't have to catch much. He just stopped. Then I go unhook it. And I finally realized I needed to just unhook that thing. Let him drag it. And he dragged a little old line through the wood.
Wow.
Now, he was a smart dog. Damn dog got run over.
Wow.
Sure did.
That's bad news right there.
Yeah, I had one of the best coon dogs in the country one day, and the next day I didn't have a dog.
Right. That's usually how it goes, though.
And I had an 11-month-old puppy that was already treeing, but she had already treed her first coon. Hell, I won a field trial with a dog 10 months old. One of her puppies. I damn sure did.
Wow.
Only hunt I ever put him in.
Brian from oh man, what's that? Fox something.
Well, retired Rick runs Fox Dog.
Well, they just had a coon hunt over there in Milledgeville, Georgia.
Yeah.
Coon dog show and hunt,
Mm-hmm.
And old guy from Texas, I think he does YouTube in the community.
Yeah.
He came over there, and I was gonna go meet him, but we had family reunion last weekend.
Yeah. Well, what kind of hunt was it? Was it a little world hunt or some kind of big money hunt or what?
I don't know. He said he was just coming over there, and they were gonna have a show and a hunt.
Mm-hmm. That's a field trial.
Yeah.
That's where this dog I had came out of Texas, up towards Oklahoma.
Fox, I think it's Fox Kennel Creek.
Fox Creek Kennel.
Fox Creek Kennel, yeah. Brian.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Retired Rick runs dogs all the time, but I can't ever hear his dogs run. He would come out better if he could figure out a way to put some kind of remote or Bluetooth mic on one of them dogs. That would be fun to listen to. I don't know if there's a such thing made. I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, I imagine a Bluetooth would run out of range, though.
Well, I'm sure it would, but there's got to be some technology. They got those tracking collars.
Yeah.
So I can't see why they wouldn't have something with it audio on.
Yeah.
Yeah, coon hunting ain't like it used to be. And they got them tracking collars, and they can sit there and look, and they can even see when the dog is standing up on a tree.
Mm.
Lord, I don't know. That technology wasn't available when I was hunting, and I don't know if it's allowed in field trials or not. I wouldn't think it would be.
You wouldn't think it would be.
Because, I mean, part of the hunt is treeing your dog.
Yeah.
knowing how to call him, calling
Yeah.
him.
Yep.
And I don't even know if no, there wasn't. I don't think there wasn't even no tracking collars when I was hunting. There was shock collars, but there wasn't no tracking collars.
Right. Right. I never did get into coon hunting. I mean, I've been with my buddies before, but I never did get into it.
Well, if you got a pretty good dog, it ain't got to be the best dog. If you got a pretty good dog and and it's got to be straight. I mean, now like old Bugle, he was an exception. If he was hunting in a field trial and one of them dogs barked at a possum, you look up and you see Bugle coming, he come back to you.
Wow.
If bark at armadillo, he come back to you. And if they run a deer, he would not go back to him again. He hunt by himself after he came back,
Yeah.
He would quit and come in. No matter he come in from behind you or from the side.
Yeah.
But he was coming to that light when the dog got trashy.
Wow.
But I bought the dog already trained, a fine dog. I bought him at 4.5 years old. He was already a coon dog when I bought him. I didn't have to do nothing but hunting.
Huh.
Whoever trained him in Texas trained him on a shocking collar. Had to have.
Yeah.
You can't voice command a dog and make them that clean. Out of I treated 391 coons with that dog.
Good Lord.
Well, me and John together.
Right.
We treated 391 coons with that dog in one night. One night. It was ice, frost on the ground already. It was like 27, 26, 27 degrees. The wind, the wind wasn't blowing. The clear moon, full moon. And we'd been walking about 2 hours and hadn't struck nothing. And Bugle and Smokey came back by us. That was the other dog's name. And they started back up through the woods in front of us. And a possum run up a grapevine. That grapevine was that big around. And that possum run up that grapevine in front of them dogs. And Bugle went by him and went, woo, hit the ground, kept right on going. But he jumped up in the air. He jumped at that possum, tried to catch him, tried to pull him off that vine and howled at him and went on. And that's the only time I ever saw that dog bark at anything trash. And we laughed. I thought John was going to die. Because Smokey would mess up every once in a while. And here come Bugle. They hunted together, a lot. They were good together, really good together.
Yeah.
And they'd be running the track out there. And, some of them old coons would run like a deer, man. They'd just they'd take off.
Yeah.
And John would be saying, man, I hope that's a coon. He said, I wish Bugle would bark. And by that, because Bugle might be half a mile across there, but he was going to pack with Smokey. He trusted Smokey.
Yeah.
And then when Bugle opened on the track, John said, oh, boy, I sure am glad to hear that dog bark. He said, I was getting worried.
Oh, man.
And he'd steady be looking. He'd have his light just steady shining in the woods because Bugle had a lot of white on him. He had one black and brown spot on his hip, on his rib cage, but he was solid, pretty white. And John would be shining that light, trying to find Bugle coming back to him. Because Bugle would come back, His Smokey found him an armadillo and jumped up in front of him or something and went to chasing him. Here come Bugle. Oh, that was a funny dog. And I guess I can tell this. Everybody knows the dog goes to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You have when you're on a field trial, any time, it didn't make no difference what it was, but you got a 5-minute grace period. when you turn a dog loose, because a lot of times, a lot of dogs get out of the kennel, out of the truck, and they'll go scratching in the leaves and howling and carrying on, you know, and
Yeah, looking for a spot.
doing whatever, yeah. And Bugle was bad about it, man. He get out, he jump out of that dog box on the leash, you know. I had him on the leash. He jump out of that dog box. And he scratched with all four legs and he throw leaves everywhere and howl 4, 5, 6 times. And then he'd go to sniffing around and he'd find him a sapling about twice big around the head of a baseball bat.
Yeah.
And Bugle was a 50-pound dog. He wasn't no great big dog. He could put that butt up that tree higher than you could and crap on the side of the tree. And it fall down the tree and roll down up under it.
Oh, wow.
And in his dog pen, he did it on the fence post. Every fence post. And I cleaned his pen out twice a week. Every fence post in his pen would be a crap roll and then fell down that fence post. On that concrete. I had him in a concrete. But
why you reckon he done that?
I ain't never figured it out. But he put his butt up on a tree and right there on that tree every single time, and on the post in the dog pen.
Hello, Joe.
Hey, Joe Ziegler. Good morning. Were you in here tonight when I was telling you about that field trial and the dogs winning the chicken house?
Huh.
I went down South Mississippi, and I had Bugle carried him down the end of the hunt. And you ever been to one of them?
Yeah.
Well, you know, you meet at the clubhouse or wherever the place is, and they draw names out, and they put you with a guide and a cast. They call it a cast.
Yeah.
Before some associating like let's see, UKC. You had four dogs, and one of the dog owners was a judge, and you could have a guide if a judge wasn't from that area. But you had to be qualified to be a judge. I don't know how you did it. I reckon you had to take some kind of class through the Mayo, because this is back before computer. But anyway, I drew out, and this particular cast I was on had a guide, and one of the dog owners was a judge, and none of us from this area. In fact, one boy from Louisiana, and me, I'm from way up here in the Delta. There wasn't nobody from around there but the guide. So, right. And there's one young kid in the thing, he was about 15 years old, and he had a black and tan that was just stood waist high, biggest, prettiest black and tan I ever saw.
Yeah.
And he had a mouth like a damn steamboat. Boy, he was first thing that dog did was catch an armadillo right there in front of the judge and everybody. Bugle. It was back in behind me.
Sure.
And the judge says, your dog gonna hunt? I said, he ain't gonna hunt with that trashy black and tan. I said, but as soon as he quits fooling with that armadillo, I said, Bugle will go hunting. Because see, they'll scratch you if your dog won't hunt.
Yeah.
So the boy went, the judge told the boy, get that dog off that armadillo. Because the other 2 dogs was gone. They left. And the kid went out there and got that dog, and that dog could hold that armadillo. That had to be a stout dog, but he could pin him with his mouth. So he got the armadillo and got the dog and scolded him. He ain't allowed to whip him or nothing, but he scolded him pretty good. Put him on the leash and brought him back over, and we walked him up through the woods a little bit. And the judge asked the kid, said, is he going back to that armadillo? He said, I don't think he will. I fussed at him, you know. So turned him loose and the dog went on. He didn't go to the armadillo and Bugle went on. Once that dog, you know, Bugle went back to hunting. So we go on up through that and I don't know how it went, but we ended up on a tree. And it was in this leafy time. The leaves were full leaves on the trees. And,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw the coon, but he just looked one time. And I saw him, but the judge got to see him, you see. Nobody else saw the coon but me. And we couldn't make him look. We shook vines. Now, you ain't allowed to blow a squall or nothing.
Wow.
But it's just the rules, you know. And we cut our lights out and stood there, and I showed him where the coon was. And you could stand there for a minute maybe, and then everybody turned the lights on at one time. And that coon a lot of times be looking down there,
Yeah.
you know, to see where everybody went. You turn them lights on, all of a sudden you catch a glimpse of his eye before he covers it up or closes it. But we couldn't find that coon. But anyway, turned them dog loose again. And they went up through there. And one of them dogs struck. I believe Bugle struck. Yeah. Bugle struck. And eventually all the 4 dogs was running with him. And they were moving. They was getting on out of there. I told that judge, I said, man, we better pick it up. I said, they pushing the fire to that coon. And so we was walking pretty fast, and the guide was telling where we was headed. He said, now they're coming up on road out there somewhere. And I said, oh, hell. I said, much traffic on it? He said, no, it just goes to a man's house. It's a driveway. It's about a mile long. And about that time I looked up, I noticed I had done quit hearing Bugle bark. And I thought to myself, I said, there's something right here. And all of a sudden, he come. I could see him in the light coming. He come back to me. And the judge says, "Wasn't your dog quit?" I said, he sure quit. I said, something ain't right. I said, I don't know what it is. I said, something ain't right. I said, well, this dog is straight as a string. I said, and he was running the coon. I said, we better get up there and see what's going on. So I didn't have to put him on the leash, because if I'd have put him on the leash, they'd have scratched him right then. So I didn't put him on the leash. And we started walking, Bugle right there behind me. I mean, he healing, you know. We got it, the closer we got, the more we could hear them dogs. And then we could hear a man hollering. And the judge said, asked that guy, he said, what's up there? He said, well, that man's got 5 of them big commercial chicken houses up there. I said, oh, no. I said, Judge, you better scratch my dog. I turned around and put Bugle on the leash. And I cut my light out and sat down by a tree.
Hey, good.
I said, I ain't going up there no closer. I said, them dogs got in the damn chicken house. And sure enough, I was a long ways. I was a half. I don't know how far I was, because I never saw the chicken house. But I mean, we could hear what was going on, and you could hear them chickens hollering there once in a while. But them dogs and then struck that track, and that coon, I guess, was already in that chicken house, and them 3 dogs got in that chicken house. One of them long commercial chickens.
Yeah, oh yeah.
With about 5,000 chickens.
Good Lord.
And man, I sat there. Everything got quiet. The dogs. Every once in a while, I could hear some talking. And I had a compass. I knew where the truck was. So I said, well, I'm carrying my butt back to that truck. And I didn't have a truck. I was riding with somebody. So I went back to the truck, and I put Bugle in the dog box of the truck I was in, and I was stretched out on the tailgate when they got back, which was a long time. an hour or more.
There you go.
Yeah, and they got back, and man, they was some kind of, and that little kid, that young boy, he was beside himself. And I can't remember. I'd be lying if I told you, but it was less than 100 chickens they killed.
Oh man.
But that one of them fellas said, "Look at him, man." They was talking to each other and telling me about it too. He said that fella had a shotgun, had a barrel on it big as a Coca-Cola bottle. And he said we got that just in time to keep him from killing them dogs. Because them dogs, once they got in that chicken house, they wasn't worried about no coon. They was worried about chickens.
Chicken.
Yeah, and they had to buy them damn chickens.
Oh man.
Well, no, they didn't have, I don't know what happened, but he kept all of them's driver's license. He held a gun on them and made them give him each one of all three of them drivers and the judge. There were four of them. And he got all the driver's license and he told them where to meet him.
Oh wow.
Monday morning. And one of them boys, like I said, was from Louisiana. And there wasn't nobody from around there except the guy.
Oh
They had to go back to South Mississippi. Now, I can't remember where they're going to meet in front of a judge or they're going to meet at the police station. I can't remember. That was back in the 80s when all this happened. But I said to myself, boy, Bugle, I wanted to kiss him. I was so glad. As soon as they got up there and all them chickens and see Bugle saw what was happening, he came back to me.
yeah.
And but yeah, boy, that was a terrible deal. I'm sure them guys, I'm sure it cost them a lot of money. I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
But needless to say, I didn't go back to that hunt no more. And didn't nobody from my part of the country go back down there because I told everybody about it. It was 6 of us. Most of the time, there's 2 truckloads of us went to them hunts from around here.
Yeah.
And we went it all the way to, trying to remember where it was. We went to Alabama one time, but just once. Well, that's a long way. We went to North Louisiana, all over Arkansas, southern Arkansas, all over Mississippi, all in the damn hills over there.
Yep.
But yeah, we went them hunts about, I think, about 8 months out of the year. We went every weekend. Sometimes we'd go make one on Friday night and sleep in the truck and go to one Saturday night. Go to a truck stop or something and big town by and take a shower and change.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was big into it, man. I spent a lot of money doing that crap. Well, we out of all them hunts we went on, we never stayed in a motel room. We went sleeping in damn trucks.
Truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why you get home on Sunday? God, you had to go to work Monday morning. Some of them hunts we'd have to take off, take a half a vacation day on Fridays to get to them.
There you go.
Yeah, man. We was going 400 or 500 miles to them. And come back, towards home to one Saturday night. But you talking about some of them places you get to where them old coon clubs has been established and been there a long time. You talking about some food, man. God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they'd have some good food cooked up. And I think it's $2 a plate. All you could eat. You can go back many times you want. Man,
Sure.
they have some good stuff cooked up. Soup.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they have stew and spaghetti and meatballs, spaghetti and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And we got to one Seemed to me like it's Houston, Mississippi. And they had two, I had a guitar. When we come in, them thing hunt till 3 o'clock in the morning. We come in and we could hear the music when we got out of the truck. They had a guy with a fiddle, a banjo, and a guitar. And they was in there singing, and they was pretty good musicians.
Going down.
Yeah, they were local guys that come up down there and had a place to play. They were, and I think I tipped them like $1 or something. They had a bucket sitting there, and of course you always eat when you get home get in from the hunt.
Yeah.
And you got to wait on everybody else to get in there that you was with. So it'd be daylight leaving most of the time or going to sleep. Yeah. But that was fun. I used to do it all spring long, man, all summer. Didn't do it so much in the wintertime. They had them, but I didn't go to them. I was shooting them then. You see on them hunts, they don't shoot them.
Yeah. They treat them and spot them and let them go.
Yeah. Well, the professional coon hunters don't even see them no more. They just tree them. They get so many points. Yeah, they don't even have to see the coon on the PCA. And that was starting just as I got out of it. I think the entry fee started out at $150. And I bet it'll likely be $500 now. I don't know what it is. I don't keep up with it, but
there you go.
Yeah, you get points for striking the coon. You get points for treeing the coon, and you don't have to see the coon. In other words, you carry a dog out there to the bark of the hollow tree, which a lot of dogs will just persimmon tree. There's a lot of dogs, every persimmon tree they go by, they'll lock down on it. Just bark for 6 hours.
Huh.
They'll bark on the track, just tree a persimmon tree, because it smells like a coon all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they
Get a point for it, huh?
They get points for it, baby. Yeah. First, second, third, and fourth points.
Yeah.
When they got that. And that was, I didn't. But they hunting for money, pot lot of beef. Well, what up? It could be be a lot of money depending on how many folks is there.
Yeah. Huh.
But I didn't care nothing about it. I went to one. I didn't hunt in it. I went to it. I went to see what it was about. And, when they didn't even look at the tree, they got there and released the dogs, and the judge wrote all the points down, and they took off again. Didn't even look up the damn tree.
Huh.
One or two of them might have just looked up to see if I could see them real easy, but I said, oh man, I didn't say nothing. I kept my mouth shut.
Yeah.
And I was just a spectator. And I just picked a cast and asked them, I said, y'all gonna allow spectators on this cast? And they said, sure, if you want to go, come on. So I followed them in my truck. Because I thought I might want to get in it, But after I saw that.
Yeah.
But I expect that's the only game in town now. I bet UKC and AKC, I bet they both quit. I don't know. I might have to look that up.
Yeah.
I made a lot of friends doing that. I met a lot of people that I really liked. I met some I didn't like, but most of them I liked.
Yeah. Well, Steve.
Yep, I think so. Everything that shut down in here just about, and it's 2 o'clock, almost 3.
Yeah. Chat hadn't been moving.
No, everybody bored.
Yeah.
Well, look here, man. I appreciate the help you and Melissa gave me tonight. I hope it stays like it is and keeps working because I really want to be in that thing with y'all.
All right. Well, like I said, if
That's right, Chucky.
uh,
Are you in the PCA or UKC or AHC, AKC? Yeah, that's right. 100 points for first strike and 125 first tree, and then 75, I think, and it prorated down through four dogs. They just hunt 4 dogs together. Well, at least that's what they used to just hunt. Chucky may know. He knows something about it. He may have a coon dog.
he's got I think there's rabbit dogs.
Rabbit dog.
Yeah.
Well, they don't tree. They ain't supposed to. I guess they could if a rabbit went up in the hole, though. Yeah, UKC. Yeah, I hunted UKC and AKC. I hunted both of them. I can't remember. I guess I had my dog registered through both. Maybe I don't remember how I hunted, but I hunted both UKC and AKC. I reckon you had to have your dog registered in both. I guess. I'm sure you did. I don't know how I managed to hunt both of them, but I did. That's professional. No, PKC. Is that professional? Does that P stand for professional? See, it was the American Kennel Club and the United Kennel Club. Those were the two when I was coming along. PKC, I thought it was a PCA Professional Coon Hunters Association. PCA. Yeah, PCA, I think, was Money Hunts. Right. That's a PCA, I think. Or they may call it the K. They may have put the kennel in there now. I don't know.
Huh.
But it was the original one was PCA. Yeah, it was PCA. All right, man. Well,
All right, Steve.
thanks.
Thanks for letting me come up, man.
I appreciate y'all doing what you did. Y'all have a good one here. Everybody in the chat, see y'all later. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.
Take it easy, y'all.